Yeah.
Yo, what's up, my paths of pain? It's the kid. Uh, join with us today. We got a special guest. One of the most prolific up and coming gaming channels who ain't dropped a video in a while. Slice of Ice. How you doing, Ice?
I'm doing good. It's only been like 2 or 3 weeks though since I posted my last. I,
Uh
I
huh.
have to work on posting another.
Uh huh. You got to record one first, right?
Oh
Sips
God.
tea. But anyway, um, we're here to bring you guys another one of the a new segment I'm gonna call on the channel, fact or fiction. Cause see, it seems to me a lot of people would rather live with the fiction of it all than the fact of it all. It's like people take emotions as everything nowadays. And before we get to the whole Roe v. Wade subject, because that's a whole can of worms that really have to, dissect or whatever. But one thing that is the most that is pivotal, that is essential, is accountability. And that means for all parties. That means if even if you don't think you did anything wrong, you have to be able to put yourself in the other person's shoes and see how that person could perceive that, that way. And if it's a situation where somebody could perceive something, the way that, somebody could perceive something to them that could be disrespectful. And to you, it was just, you were just saying, you were trying to make a joke. I'll give you an example. It was one time I was in a group home, and I won't mention the individual's name. Uh, but me and him didn't really get along. And it was one day the one of the counselors, it was like, yeah, we're about to go to Miss Anderson's house to get something to eat. And he was like, well, why are we going to Miss Anderson's house? And me trying to make somebody laugh, I said, well, we better go get something to eat. What else we need to know? And there was a whole commotion, and I'm just like, huh? Because I'm sitting there playing, I went back in the room playing the game or whatever. And the whole time he wanted to fight me. He was like, yeah, come outside, come outside. I'm ready to fight. Da, da, da. For what? Fuck you want to fight me for? Because I was like, what else we need to know? I mean, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful, my nigga. I was simply just trying to, make a joke. Now, my sense of humor, it could have been a bad joke. But if I don't know it's a bad joke, then, you know what I mean? Like, and I bring that up to say it was irrational. It made no sense why you wanted to fight me. There's no logical sense, no logical reason for us to fight. But you felt disrespected. And I didn't, and at the time, like I said, I was 18, 19. I didn't know what the fuck I did wrong. So I was like, I ain't do shit. I ain't gonna say shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and yeah, I get that.
But I say that to say that a lot of times perception is wrong. You'll think it's one way, but no, it was just somebody was having a shitty day and they just didn't do what they normally do. They normally, dial back their emotions so to make sure that they don't offend anybody. But if somebody already going through a tough time, they don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I don't care. I
True.
may not. It may not really be fuck you, but at the moment it's fuck you
Right.
because that's the emotion of it all.
Right.
And it's not until you calm down and you separate your emotions from the facts,
Yeah, that's true.
because your perception warps your reality. Excuse me. What you perceive is your your perception is your reality. If somebody comes up to you and like, hey, how you doing? And you perceive them to try to holler at you, right? Maybe that could be somebody that was literally trying to give you a job because they think that you would be a great, they think you have, a nice voice or whatever the fuck. It could be a business opportunity, but you think they're trying to holler at you. So you done, I'm good. I got a man, da, 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 and then you done just you just talk yourself into, talk yourself out of blessing.
Right. Yeah. Well, a lot of times too, with the perception per se, it's about what you. A lot of times we don't even realize it, but we create our own perception of reality. You know, because of what we choose to listen to hear, and to surround ourselves with. And
Yeah,
sometimes our own perception of reality is not what is actually happening.
yeah.
That's why
Ooh,
it's important to keep yourself grounded, and to, you know, like, to basically be realistic with yourself. If you're not realistic with yourself, you're not going to see realistic things. You're not going to understand realistic things. You aren't realistic with yourself. It's like these women that's like Lizzo, right? Big oversized women, and they got everybody telling them, "Yeah, you beautiful. You don't need to change anything about yourself." What is she gonna see when she look in the mirror? She's not gonna see an overweight woman. She's gonna see a beautiful woman, because that's what everybody tells her.
yeah. And
You know,
anybody that says otherwise is just a fucking hater.
it's just a hater, right? When in reality, you 500, 600 pounds, you need to exercise and lose some weight, because that's not healthy, nor is it appealing to the majority.
Even
So,
Monique. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
it's about what we choose to. It's about how we choose to create our own reception, our own perception, and that perception warps how we see reality.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. And to piggyback off of that, and well, actually, to segue into the main topic, there's a YouTuber by the name of the Crimson Cure, and shout out to her. I need to put her name in. I need to put her channel in the description. But she did a deep dive into the Roe v. Wade, and there's two sides of it. It's the perception, aka the propaganda,
Mhm.
and it's the reality of it. And the perception was it was this white woman, this young, attractive, well, we can assume to be attractive white woman. Well, I'm sorry, Caucasian woman, and she had been quote unquote, this is her story now. Allegedly, she was brutally gang raped. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Ice.
Yeah, allegedly.
But she was allegedly, gang raped or whatever, and got pregnant. And the case, went from the regular course, circuit, the way that goes. I think it's from the circuit to the something else, and then it's the Supreme Court. I think it's three levels of courts, right? Or is it just the two?
No, it's just it's several courts it has to go through.
Okay, I thought so. I thought it had to go through several courts to make it to the Supreme Court. And it makes it to the Supreme Court, and she wins, right?
Right,
And so that effectively made abortions legal.
right,
Now the reality of it was, excuse me. Now the reality of it was she was nothing but a piece. She was nothing but a pawn. She was, she basically came up with this whole elaborate lie and didn't even get the procedure done. She never had the procedure done. She had what, 4 kids, I believe.
3 or 4, something like that.
3 or 4 kids, and she had it, every one of them. She didn't abort not nay kid. Now nobody wanted that to be known. Even though if you really do your searches, if you really do your Googles, if you really do your your research, you will see that it was a whole force. And then
Yeah,
the girl that comes out, and then when it all comes out, and then she's a pro-abortion person. I mean, a female, somebody who's pro-abortion or pro-choice. I think I'm sorry, that's the PC term, right? Pro-choice.
yeah. Pro life and pro choice. Yeah,
So if she's pro-life, pro-choice, but yet years later she comes out and goes against it. Well, now I'm pro-life. I'm pro-life.
right.
And then it came out that she was paid to do that on her dying bed, right? When she before she right before she passed.
Yeah,
What
they
year did
paid.
she pass? Go ahead.
I don't know when she passed, but yeah, they paid her to say that she was pro whatever at the time. Yeah,
Now, how many people know this,
not a lot of people
and why is that?
because we don't do our research because a lot of people don't like to look back in history because they look at it as, oh, that's history that already happened. Da, da, da. So
And when people like me say, well, if you don't know your history, then you're doomed to repeat it. What do they say to those people?
yeah, of course, that's a true saying. If you don't, people that don't learn from their past experiences are doomed to repeat.
Exactly, and that goes back to accountability. And what people don't realize is accountability goes both ways. Well, matter of fact, it goes and towards all parties involved.
Yeah,
You have to be held accountable for
hmm,
anything that you do. So as
right,
a child, I was always told you have to be accountable for your actions.
right.
Hey, Kat, you don't have a mic. It's like a echo.
Hold on. I think I might got one.
All right. I mean, so you can't just mute if you ain't talking.
All right.
Uh, People don't understand the accountability goes for everybody who's involved in the situation.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, and I say that because on several points, that woman shouldn't have been discredited. Name should have been torn through the mud. You know what the shit that they do to the people that actually be telling the truth, the people that actually be making sense.
Right.
They like Ice was saying earlier. You got people like Cardi B, Meg The Stallion. They're saying, "Oh, city girl, this lifestyle, this, that, and the third." But you got a man, you got a husband, you got kids.
Exactly.
But
So,
you,
but
okay,
but what people don't realize is for the musical artists, it's literally all it is just they're doing what they're paid to do, which is perform. It's a performance.
and then
It's
when you
like
have people like Cardi, don't write.
it's like doing a Broadway show. You go and you perform, and then the stage lights turn off, and then you just go back to being you. You can't fault them for doing their job. They're doing their job to perform for us. That's what we pay them to do. So the thing is, people just think that that's real and people buy into it. They don't realize that's not real. Not it's fake.
Yeah, I agree. You got anything you wanna add, Kato?
I mean, I guess nowadays, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly. That's
Okay.
actually great.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, how you doing?
Good.
But I guess it's one of them things where it's like it's I guess it's a difference between living in a world where you want to feel good and living in a world where it actually it is what it is, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Where
Mm,
it's like I guess it's like on drugs per se, or anything to take the pain or the idea of like concept of like truth, where I think like you were saying how you got somebody who, let's say like a Cardi B for the most part, it's like going out here saying like pretty much, promoting the hot girl lifestyle. But then when she leaves the studio, she going back home and doing the actually wifely or like the motherly thing. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
exactly.
It's kind of like it's a weird thing. I guess it's like living two lives or two separate lives, but you're trying to intertwine them at the same time. And sometimes it might work for some people, but I guess majority of the times it don't work for everybody. And I think because it don't work for everybody or majority of people, it's kind of creating like that false narrative where it's like, well, because I see you do it and it's working for you, why it's not working for me?
Right.
because everything ain't for everybody, and that's what people don't understand.
Exactly.
Just because LeBron James and Michael Jordan got 5+ rings does not mean that everybody that goes into the league is gonna get 5, 6 rings.
That's true.
True.
But see, that's the problem. Like people feel like this the way the things are now. They feel like everybody has to be included in something, and everything is not for everybody.
And a lot of times people we can't even tell people that because you can't tell people the truth nowadays.
Yeah. Like you
You
can have.
literally can get in trouble and sued for telling somebody the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Go
true.
ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead and continue.
Yeah, no, I was just saying like you can have like a certain discussion that's meant for a certain type of people, and you'll have the other people going, well, we want to be included, and it's like, well, this is not for you. You know, it's like when black people try to have discussions about, things that pertain to black people, things that we go through that only we can understand, and white people are like, well, that happens to us too. It's like, well, this is not for you.
Yeah,
You don't
but
understand what black people go through every day. You can't say that you do because you're not black.
Exactly.
and the dichotomy that really baffles me, like it really baffles me because I'm just like, I come from an era where it was you tell the truth no matter what. If you doing something that you couldn't tell the truth on, you shouldn't be doing that shit.
Now, but see, all right, but the crazy thing about that though is like you said, you were born and you was born and brought up in an era where you told the truth, right?
Yeah.
Now, this day and age, and I'm hearing this a lot more often, but we living in a day and age where people is like my truth. So like their truth and like the truth can be two completely
Completely
different
different
things.
things for sure. For sure.
Like, cause like this whole, cause like the truth, you know what I'm saying? It's
Is the
supposed to be
truth.
yeah, it's supposed to just stand. Like it don't need any, lip boxing or anything. Like, cause the truth is the truth. But nowadays, it's like people will say something and be like, this is my truth because it feels good to them or it resonates with them to the point is in they can better cope with life better and all that. Like you have let me see. All right, I said like an example would be Takashi 69. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, he was like, my truth is like being a nine-trade gangster. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then, you know what I'm saying, he went through that situation, then he snitched. And then he turned around and had it seem like his truth was, even though he snitched, he did it because of protection and because they did him dirty and whatnot. So
He
he
tried to make
literally,
himself as the noble snitch. Like
yeah,
he snitched because it was the noble thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't see how that. The only rat that I know of that was cool was Stuart Little.
and even then,
It,
that nigga was still
yeah,
towing the line. You feel me?
yeah. So
The
like
only
how
rat I know of respect is Splinter, nigga. Master Splinter is the only
yeah, I don't
nigga.
even know how I forgot about Splinter. I don't even know how I forgot about the OG, man.
That's right, Master Splinter.
That's the only rat we respect. And then it's like people they preach this loyalty. They preach this, oh, everything is everything, but in the actuality, all they want is to be lied to. They just want to be told to feel good. And then people
Exactly.
just surround themselves in the echo chamber where everybody always agrees with them.
Exactly. And that's the problem.
If 100 people, right? If one person, right, grows up around 100 people, they see the 100 people damn near every day, interchangeable, right? But they always see the same 100 people. If all of those people have the same viewpoint as them, and somebody else comes in and makes it 101, and they have a completely different viewpoint, all 100 of them people are going to attack that one person.
That's true.
Yeah.
And you get into mob mentality. Where
Right.
people will lynch people just for the entertainment. People sit there, and that's why you have people like haters, quote unquote. But I hate the fact that people they've used the word so much that they've taken the weight from it. They've taken the value out of it. And what I mean when I say that is, if your name don't mean shit, if everybody constantly disrespecting you. If your name is constantly ranting through the mud and everybody when they speak on your name is just disrespect, nobody can say anything good about you. Does your name mean anything?
Now
If
I
you in the
guess
hood and you a quote unquote big kingpin, right? If your
right.
dope is always trash, then what the fuck is they gonna say about your shit?
True.
Don't get that witch color shit. That shit trash. Go get this other shit around the corner.
True.
Right. True.
If
That's
your
true.
product's name is shit, who's gonna buy it? Like, I give you an example. What's it called? We was having this discussion a couple weeks ago. Baby calves. Baby cows and shit. It's not called baby cow. It's called veal or some other shit. Some shit that makes it sound pretty.
Yeah, a cow.
When former President Trump was in office, Republicans
But
had.
in actuality,
Yeah, they sure did.
that's a loud echo.
My bad.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the hell that was. But I forgot what I was saying. Somebody go ahead.
You was saying in reference to like the baby cows and like veal or something like that.
Yeah, because who is gonna buy a product that is called dead baby cow?
True. Yeah, true. It sounds less appealing to saying for like something like that than veal
That's all.
or yeah.
So
Or
if your name constantly being tarnished, does your name mean anything?
Nah, not really. Cause it's, you know what I'm saying? Cause, well, I mean, I say it don't really mean anything, or it might have a negative meaning behind it, or you know, it's not good. It's not good.
Exactly. That's like if you a preacher, right? If like these preachers that be caught fondling and fucking little boys, and when they get convicted or people really start to find out, what do? They get their social pariahs for the most part.
Yeah, true.
And when you think about it, when you bring it down fundamentally, it's because that their mind thinks that it's okay, and everybody else is like, no, that is not okay. But what is that but a difference of opinion? People such as myself, we view that type of shit as despicable. You shouldn't be allowed to live, right? You fucking 10-year-old boys and girls. You taking a child's innocence. It's an
Yeah,
unforgivable sin, right?
right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, definitely.
But when you look at it fundamentally, it's just because we have a difference of opinion. Somebody who kills people for a living, they have a different view on murder
Right.
because they desensitize themselves to it. So if you constantly shoving out bad product with a pretty name and a pretty advertisement product and package, and
Right.
with a big machine and money behind it, you know, people whose job it is to wake up and think of ways to make you buy this shitty product.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I guess like everything is what subjective, you know. It's kind of like
Exactly.
one man's trash may be another man's treasure,
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
and it's bittersweet, you know, because that's what make things beautiful, but that's what make things suck at the same time.
But what is beauty without ugly? How would you know
True,
beauty if you didn't see ugly?
true, true.
If you didn't know the darkest side of humanity, how could you know who was truly good?
Yeah, you honestly couldn't because you don't have like that, you know, level
That
of comparison.
perspective. Exactly. Your that's why you're supposed to, when you go out as a man, when you're supposed to, you know, go out. That's why they say when you leave at the nest at 18 traditionally, is because you're supposed to go out and try to find your way. Especially as a young man, as a young black man. You have to teach them that when it comes that time, you have to leave, because once you get too comfortable with certain shit, depending on what it is, it's not good.
Yeah, true, true.
That's true. The only thing I would have to say about that is there is a time where you know kids do have to grow up and they do have to leave. The only difference is with black people, we don't like to give our kids the tools to succeed versus white folks, Asian folks, all the other people. We just kick them out and be like, I figured out. That's what I had to do.
Yeah, but see, the thing is though, but see, okay, that's okay. I'm sorry.
Say, that doesn't help us grow as a generation. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, but my thing is, okay, if I'll put it to you like this, like a boxer, right? If a boxer knows he has a match, what does he have to do?
Train for the most part.
Mm-hmm. He got to train, not just his body, but his mind. You gotta watch tape, right?
Right,
You gotta do road work, right?
right.
All right, and that's called what? Preparation, correct?
right?
Now, what is the point of preparing if you never gonna actually step into the ring to fight?
Yeah, that's true.
So what I mean is, if you prepare your child from the beginning, you prepare them. What do you think these white CEOs do? They train them for the beginning, from the beginning. So from the moment they walk out the womb, they're taught, look, this is what you have to do. And
Right,
a lot of times the kids fold under the pressure.
right.
But again, it all goes down to how you teach them.
How you teach and how you parent, of course.
If you always doing the do as I say because I say so, if you don't give them, if you because people will say, all right, you have people that can't pay the bill, right? That can't pay their light bill, and then the lights they're gonna get cut off. And instead of they telling their child the truth, they make up some elaborate bullshit, so the kid doesn't worry. Or mommy, where's babies come from? Babies come from a magical stork that drops off the child.
People
Yeah.
still do that.
I don't fucking know. I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
know. They used to. I don't know if they still
Yeah,
do.
true.
How do you plan? How do
I
you
don't
how
think
do
they
you lie
can.
to your child from the time of their child? See, what they do is when their child is a little kid and they just want to watch bubble gum. I mean, they just want to play with bubbles and do all this other stuff. Spend that time teaching them children's bullshit instead of values.
Now,
0 to 5
now,
is the most informative years of a child.
yeah. Now, what as far as like now I'm not necessarily condoning it, nor do it. I'm saying that I participate in it neither. But I would say because now, for the most part, every child, well, most kids anyway, for the most part, is born green and completely innocent.
Yeah,
They're pure. You know what I'm saying? They're pure to like the wicked ways of man.
Yeah, and
And
see, it's funny that you said green, but continue. I just want you to remember that part. But
okay,
continue.
now, all right, now when I say green, like my definition of green, because I consider green like
Naive, right?
well, not even naive, but I consider green like being pure because like I consider green like a plant, and like and like
True.
another
I hear
thing
you.
with like a plant, I consider it like a rebirth, fresh. Because when something's fresh, or like let's say when it comes down to like fruits and vegetables for the most part, like a banana, before bananas start to get really ripened and whatnot, it's green, and then it
Mm-hmm.
turns to yellow, then it turns brown. If that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
yeah,
Yeah, I
So
get you.
so like at one point in time, like I used to be green to a lot of things because I was a lot more innocent in life. But as I got older, I started to I don't want to say writing, but I started to experience things. So if anything, one of my slogans is "Stay golden," because even though we may not be able to go back to being green, at least you can stay golden as long as you can, if that makes sense.
right.
And sometimes like
And a lot of things
that's
are better when they are golden. Like bananas are the best when they're just that perfect amount of golden.
yeah, true.
So I mean, I ain't mean to cut you off. I was just
Oh no,
that
you're
was a
good.
good point.
But it's kind of like uh and I guess especially when it comes down to like being black too, we could be like, because let's say hypothetically, you know, you walking with you're walking with your son, your daughter, or your young cousin, right?
Mm,
And y'all just minding y'all business, and all of a sudden, let's say you out and about, and like people from another ethnic group, they treat you funny. They treat y'all funny to the point that even the little one notices. So they're like, so they look up to you and they ask you, hey, why are we being treated like this? You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, it's cool to tell them the truth, but then it's like, damn, by me telling them the truth, you introducing something to them that's gonna possibly change their life forever.
Yeah,
It's kind.
but who's to say that's a bad thing? Who's to say that that change isn't a bad thing? Okay, for an example, I got scammed once, right?
Hmm.
Now, I had people to like, like my uncle, to teach me about certain scams, but I was naive to the whole credit card and credit scams, right? And
Right.
somebody scammed me and messed up my credit, and I ended up having, a thousand, some, because it was two iPhones or whatever. And because I was so green to it, because it was a guy, he had on Virginia State, hoodie, and not a Virginia State shirt, and Virginia State pants. You know what I mean? He's with the football team, so I'm thinking this is legit. And the football team got, what I mean, acting like, oh, he one of the guys, whatever. So what do you think? You're thinking, well, he's just one of the people that are out here. Well, man, I know a way to make some money. Okay, you a college kid. If I'm thinking you a college kid, okay, college kids know way to make a quick buck. Not necessarily say that it was good on my part for doing so, but it was what it was. Long story short, dude ended up pulling off. I didn't call the cops because I don't like dealing with the cops, and we're taught not to deal with the cops. White people tell their kids call the cops, even if they did the shit. They call the cops and make it seem like they was the victims.
Yeah.
Now, I when it, I had a, the piggyback what you say, like as far as like not calling the cops. When now this just is just my opinion for the most part, and I can't necessarily speak for like the majority of black people, but me personally,
If you
I
about
don't
to say
think
you
I
don't like
will
the
ever. Was
cops,
that
as if you about to say you don't fuck with the cops, nigga, you can't speak for every black nigga.
like no, like because I would never call the cops unless I absolutely positively had to, because it could be the most innocent situations, and just because of who you are, you can still be treated like the suspect.
Mm.
Like I got
Mm-hmm.
two situations, bro. Like I literally got robbed around the corner from where my homeboys was getting locked, arrested on the scene at, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't really want to tell him. I wound up telling my other homeboy, and he was like, you shouldn't be talking to me. You should be talking to them. Now, imagine you, I just got robbed down VCU, right?
Yeah.
Now, and when they found out, tell me why all these police officers and these detectives surrounded me, and they like ice cold grilling me like I'm the motherfucker who did the robbery. I'm like, yo, I just had the gun put out on me, and y'all treating me like the suspect.
Exactly.
Then, like maybe like 2 years ago, I had a sickly neighbor, and he had his oxygen tanks on the back porch for about 3 4 days. So I called the police to do a wellness check. No crimes were committed. I'm just calling you motherfuckers to make sure that my neighbor is good, and if y'all can do anything about it. Man, they treated me, and it was just grilling me like I'm a suspect, like it was a crime. And the crazy thing about it was they got the shooting around there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was loud enough, so it was two officers, so all three of us heard the shots. They looked at each other, they looked at me, and they looked back at each other, and they kept on with the situation like they ain't even hear the shots.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what's the whole purpose of me calling y'all and y'all don't do y'all job? Not only do you not do your job, but you treat us like suspects.
Yeah.
So it's like, but then but once you like know the history of the police or what, especially like the police in this country, then it's kind of like you already know what time it is.
For sure. But then that goes back. But then that goes back to the topic. That goes back to fact or fiction. Do you want the truth, or do you want the propaganda? Do you want what they say is the truth? The CIA literally flooded the black community with cocaine.
Yeah.
When it was that, it wasn't no opioid crisis. But the moment that the legal pushes got everybody all addicted, because that's all big pharma is, the legal pushes. How in the
Right.
hell is the drugs that y'all say is certified can kill you, but the shit that's illegal can heal you? I just, but when you think about it, it makes sense when the people are paid to put the band-aid on you. Why in the fuck would they make it so you can never bleed again?
Yeah.
Because it's more money in treating than it is to cure.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's why this country doesn't cure that's why this country doesn't cure AIDS. I mean, even Magic Johnson, he had to go to Canada to get his AIDS cured. You know, this country makes more money off of people when they're sick versus when they're healthy. They don't care about preservation of life. They care about money.
But when you but the lie that they tell you is that they care about all everybody. Everybody's equal. No, the only people that are equal are the only people that matter are the people with the money.
Exactly. And you can tell that just by like go to the hospital and don't have no health insurance. See how they treat
I,
you.
but honestly, real talk though, even the people with money don't matter. I think the only thing matters is the money, because like
But
even
when you have
people.
people with greed, when greed is your main priority, that is this case. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you good, bro. But like, cause even like, let's say the the I don't want to call them powerful people because they ain't really powerful. That's just the illusion that they cast on everybody else. But let's say the people with like the influence and the money, right?
Hmm.
They can have all the money in the world, but the moment they do something that's unfavorable to like anybody else with money, all of that goes out the window. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes into like attack mode. And it's like,
Yeah,
what can I do to lessen you and I guess prop myself up in the same time, if that makes sense?
yeah.
Because
That's their agenda. I mean,
because
they look at when the people was coming out about the CIA funneling coke into the fucking into the inner cities. What did they do? They killed them and made it look like a what? An accident.
exactly.
When the people who know too much, what happens to them? They either leave and relocate and make themselves damn near impossible to kill, or they die.
True.
And then they make it seem like they remember that dude that they shot and killed on national TV and told us a whole bunch of bullshit while it was happening. I know y'all gotta remember. I gotta remember that story. I know you remember that story. It was I think he was he had killed a cop or something, and it caught him in his little in his cabin, and they went in there saying, all right, the subject is he's armed and dangerous, and you know, then you just hear shots. Then they said, well, he tried to shoot one of us, but he hadn't did anything violent. They literally killed him on national TV and said and told us a fairy tale, and niggas bought it.
All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Getting ready for work.
You good? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kato. When you said that, it just made it. You know.
Oh, you was talking to me, bro.
Yeah, I was saying. Go ahead. You
Oh,
go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
but piggyback. But you know what's crazy though, bro? Like stuff like that. What you just said happens so much that I just be like, I can't even remember. because it just happens so often, or like, or it's just like so many different, variations of like somebody knowing something or somebody doing something that goes against the grain, and then like they'll pretty much assassinate them, and they'll make a cover up. Like, I'm not 100% sure on this, but
Right.
it kind of reminded me of like the Buffalo, the grocery store shooting in Buffalo, where because me personally, I don't really believe in coincidences, and they said like the security guard or the first dude to get killed was a retired police officer, and they said that he came up with a device, or he came up with a vehicle that runs off water instead of gasoline.
Yeah. Mhm.
And it just be stuff like that where it's like you don't even have to do anything violent. All you just have to do is just go against the grain per se,
Yeah.
or go against their program, and they coming for you.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what's funny? I just watched the episode of South Park, right? And I love South Park because they be really talking about real shit. And people just so sleep that they just goes right over their fucking head. Anyway, it's the episode when fuck. Damn it. I just lost my train of thought. It'll come back to me. Yeah, you can go ahead and piggyback off him, Icy, if you want it. Yeah, I'm trying to think about that. I gotta catch that point back.
Give me.
Well, you can continue. Which call? I'll let you know when I got it.
But yeah, but I mean, it's just like we're dealing with some. But honestly, and this might sound crazy for me to say this, but when I think of like the powers that be or shouldn't be, I wouldn't necessarily say I feel sorry for them, but it is like a level of like pity, and just because at the end of the day, this is what they have. It's like this is what they have to do to survive. All of this is like glorified survival, bro. And like they make it seem like they're like this. It's kind of like a bully. It's
Hmm.
kind of like a bully where it's like for the most part you go about your day, minding your business, and all of a sudden somebody's like pushing you into the lockers. But if you do a little bit of research, you'll realize that like
Mhm.
their daddy gone, their mama's on
Mm-hmm.
drugs, and they're abusive. Their
Mm-hmm.
siblings, you know what I'm saying, beat the hell out of them. They don't have any food at home. Their house, everything about their life is just
It's fucked.
complete
Mm-hmm.
fuck. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
this is their only way of survival, because other than that, they won't be able to live in this reality because it's so much fucked up shit that they got to go through.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So because it's like if you have the money and the resources and the capability to make life better for people, why not? You know what I'm saying? Why do you constantly have to elevate yourself or put yourself in this higher pedestal that nobody can fuck with you? You know what I'm saying? Like it'll make, because it seems like, I mean, to me that you attract more of a buzz with honey than with vinegar. So if you really want, if you really want to have control of the people, do right by the people. Have it so that they will want to, you know what I'm saying, look out for you or want to serve you. On the oppose of, doing the opposite, where it's like, because the way the powers that are in place now,
Right.
it's like the way it's set up. It's like they have to constantly bully people, because if the moment that they stop bullying people,
They gotta look at
every
themselves.
that too, but everybody that they bully gonna come together, and they gonna beat the shit out of that one person.
Thanks.
Well,
That
That's the truth.
that's
Oh, go ahead.
true.
Go ahead, Ice. You got something that you wanted to say?
Oh. Oh, I was gonna let him finish before I started.
oh no, I'm finished.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So basically, like how you were saying with that guy that made that first car to run off of water. instead of gasoline, right?
Uh-huh.
Long time ago. I think it was like back in the 50s or something like that.
Shout out Rand for
The,
everybody in the stream for watching.
the government killed that guy, and they covered it up, made it look like it was some mysterious accident or whatever, because he created something that was gonna overtake the oil industry because all our cars use gasoline, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if this man could create a car that could run off of water, what would that do to the oil companies? Put them out of business.
Mm-hmm.
So they killed that guy off and made sure his information didn't get out there. It's just something that people do all the time when it goes against when it goes against what the majority wants, they try to take it out, you know?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and what I remember my point. I just wanted to let everybody speak before I feel like I interject a lot when people speak, so I'm trying to cut that out. But the South Park episode I was referring to is Mr. Garrison was in the at the airport, and the airport was just taking forever to do nothing. So he said, "Fuck this shit! I'm gonna go create something that's gonna put these motherfuckers out of business." And he goes and does that. Now the shit that he does is in all South Park and Mr. Garrison. So whatever that you think that entitles, entails, it does. But it gets to the point where he's making so much fucking money that the airlines got to get the government to buy them out,
Yeah.
Hold up.
and they
I
shut
don't,
them down.
hold up. I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but is this the episode when he created like that
The
that
it,
circle
the it, yeah, the it. Mm-hmm. Is
when
that
he had that.
episode? Yeah,
Okay.
it's that episode. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
that
Okay.
episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, like I said, and whatever you can think about it was for sure. They a fool, but and just to branch off, they also have a episode called My Safe Space, and everybody just wanted to use the internet and have all of their negative comments filtered out, so they would only see the good things. And they had the little boy Butters. They made him like cipher through everybody's hate, all of their hate mails, and just gave them all of their the the good mail, the good shit, so they only saw the good stuff. And it was like they would hear the song like, no one can harm me in my safe space, nothing can touch me, nothing can hurt me in my safe space.
Right.
And they had a big party and a big shindig with all of the people, and it was this big old party. And then Randy, which call his father, comes in and he's like, oh no, they're like, well, reality just crashed the party, you know and he's like, my name is reality, and he telling all these people the truth. No, you're not a hero. You like a fat ass pig. That's what you look like. No, you're not a hero because you want to wear less clothes. You're not a hero because you choose who you want to fuck. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's true.
And
And
everybody was happy until reality hit the party. So, like you were saying, that just brings me back to what you said earlier about the whole, everybody want to just be happy. Everybody just wants to feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Monsters Ball. Monsters Ball, man. Just it's crazy how you can put yourself in the worst positions just because you want to feel good for the moment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like I'm surrounded by so many. Well, I don't want to say I'm surrounded by, but like I see so many people that I've grew up with, that I've called close friends, basically turn their lives into shit because they want to constantly feel good. And and it's crazy because they if they truly knew that if you just deal with your issues instead of, you know what I'm saying, constantly wanting to feel good, you will actually feel good.
Good, exactly.
But I mean,
But I mean, what's the best way to keep something hidden from somebody? Put it right under their nose.
true.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Put it right under their nose. If somebody gonna come, if you know somebody's gonna come, if you know if you and somebody else rob somebody, right?
Right,
Hmm.
And the only and your partner, you know your partner is gonna try to betray you, right? Because in that line of work, everybody tries to betray you. So the only person who would know about that would be your partner, right?
right.
Now, what's the
Right?
place that you could hide that shit where your partner would never find it? In his own back fucking yard.
Exactly.
True.
He gonna be looking all through my shit, all through my associate shit, all through everybody's shit, and it's right in his backyard. You know why? Because it's easier to look everywhere else than it is to look back there.
Yeah,
And the thought would never occur in his mind.
It would never occur to him. Because that's what happens when people always thinking inside the box. When a motherfucker like me come in, I fuck them up easily. Because I'm going to take your reality and the shit that you think you know, and I'm going to flip it on your fucking head. And now and now we're going to see what's up.
yeah.
And we're going to see if you still got the same energy.
Oh, now you're talking hate speech now. You talking hate speech now.
I guess.
Any anything that'll make you think and reflect is like the new hate speech.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Reflection is the new kryptonite, man. Like accountability, man. You want to kill a bitch, who trying to argue with you, who ain't saying nothing but bullshit. Hold them accountable.
Yep.
But at the same time
Niggas
though,
ain't men ain't shit. Well, why you say that? Because
but
I got 6 kids and none of their baby daddies is any worth shit. Well, what's the common denominator in that? And all 6 different men, you are the common denominator.
Yeah.
the mental gymnastics be real though.
Yeah. What in the world? What happened? What happened
I
to
don't know.
what happened to pay?
I don't know. He just look like the audio and the video off.
Yeah. He probably joined back up in a second.
Okay. Yeah, this cool though. Like I gotta get used to stuff like this though, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like, if anything, like this would be my first time actually, like, being on the, like on the podcast or anything like this though, for real. Because I'm normally I'm always a long time listener, first time caller, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I've never really done anything. I've done this like maybe a few times before, but not on a consistent basis.
Well,
So,
I'm gonna change that. Honestly, it's especially since now I really don't have a job. I mean, I'm probably about to change because I can't sit still for shit. I can't. I just rather be doing something. I rather especially if like it's not like if I was my girlfriend's parents' age and shit, and I just had money coming in regardless, and everything was taken care of. Shit, I'm constantly chilling. You know what I mean? You understand me?
Right.
But I have to do something. Even if it's me going to the studio, me going to the range, or me, training and try to get my, what I mean, get back in shape and all this extra shit. Whatever, I really want to do.
hmm
But
yeah.
you
Yeah. This.
just go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no. But I was saying but it's crazy how this right here seems like this is like the new wave. This is like the new radio show. This is like the new MTV. As far as like the basement and stuff like that, or like Rap City, because they got like podcasts for any and everything.
Yeah.
And I think this right here, done in like the proper ways can possibly lead to the evolution, not only like the evolution of like the world, but evolution of like people, because and it also might help change people's lives, because say for instance people who live in like in denial per se, they might come across a podcast and it might actually hit and resonate with them to the point as in, I well, it's time for the self-reflection, and then
Right.
they slowly but surely they start to come around. Because if it's one thing I've learned, man, after that, like, let's say I might compare this to like drugs. Like after that first hit might seem wonderful. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? And then
But it's
like the
all
first,
downhill from there.
yeah, and then after a while, you know what I'm saying? Like a dog get tired, like you might be like, you know what? Me putting myself through all this bullshit, it's just not worth it anymore. Like,
mhm.
and then especially like if the quality of the drugs start to, you know what I'm saying, get bad too.
And not
Because they
even.
might be,
I'm sorry. Go
oh,
ahead.
no, you go ahead.
No, I was just about to say just because, and also when you also gotta know to take into consideration that after a certain amount of time, your body get used to it. You
Exactly.
start to build up a tolerance. Like if somebody drinks every day, they have a significant higher tolerance than somebody like me who never really drink like that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
True.
But continue. That's all I wanted to say because it was just a good point to piggyback on what you were saying.
Yeah. And like you're saying, like the same way you saying, like as far as like the tolerance, some of us have more of a tolerance for reality, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Whereas in it's like, well, I didn't seen everything except Christ, so not too much bothers me. And because not too much bothers me, I don't have to lie to myself. As in, some people be like, you know what? I can't take reality. So I'm going to not necessarily create my own reality, but I'm going to create my own illusionary reality, if that makes sense.
Rand
Right,
Rand just hit it on the key point to what y'all just said. They
right.
always searching for that first hit, that first fix
Oh yeah,
every
definitely.
time.
Hmm. Yeah, and it
And
don't matter, and it doesn't have to necessarily be drugs. It could be anything. It's like when you taste a food for the first time and it's the most delicious thing you've ever tasted. You're gonna always want to have that taste.
True.
and that's why it's always, I think that's why. And when you really look at God's laws, right? When you really look at the Bible and the laws in it, they exist for a reason. If you have sex before you married, right? You're gonna constantly want to have sex. But if you both virgins when y'all get together and y'all experience and figure out what y'all like together, you'll never be tempted into sleeping around with other women or whatever,
Is that,
whatever the case.
yeah, because you can't crave something you never had before.
Exactly, because how you gonna miss something that you never had?
That's true. That's true.
You don't miss sex. You don't want to have sex until you don't want to have sex again until after you done had sex, or when you really start, finding women attractive and shit. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just, I mean, continue. Y'all can continue. It was just wanting to bring that point up.
Yeah, it's like people like dopamine fiends.
Hmm.
Anything for that dopamine.
Hmm. Well, now that's why social media is so popular because social media gives people that dopamine. Like every time, oh, I got 100 likes on my video, or my comment got a bunch of thumbs up or something. That's a dopamine effect.
And that
True.
can be a good thing and a bad thing because for somebody like doing what I'm doing right now, for us building up a platform from 0 views to 1,000 to 1,000 to 100,000, from 100,000 to 1,000,000, from 1,000,000 to 100,000,000. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck.
But I ain't,
It's Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
oh,
ahead.
my fault. But like honestly, real talk, man, social media scares the fuck out of me, man, because it's just like for one, I know that it's not real.
Hmm.
And then two, I know that not only is it not real, but people put effort into like,
The facade.
yeah, like let's say it's like
Hmm.
some for one picture, right? One picture that somebody posts, how many times
Did you take pictures
did
before?
that picture? How many angles?
I be
Like,
asking the same fucking question.
and I'd be like,
I be asking the same question, like, bitch, how many times did you take that picture to get that perfect angle? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like with that perfect pose, showing out that perfect P that you ain't even got no ass, but you got the perfect pants on to, you know what I mean? The filter and all this extra shit. And then
true.
it's just like, you know what I mean? And they're not like, cause me, I'm a sexual degenerate. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I like seeing, you know what I mean? I like seeing beautiful women. So if I'm on a platform that is gonna let bitches show them sucking cock and getting fucked and doing all these types of shit, me being a freak, oh shit, bitch, I'm trying to see what, oh damn. Okay, bitch, you can do it like that. Damn, I look
yeah,
good. But I know that that's a fantasy. You know what I'm saying? But I know that you a porn star.
true.
You ain't nothing but a virtual hoe. I'm sorry. I mean, you getting paid to fuck for people to watch you. You know, if that's okay. I'm not saying that to bash you. Do you, sweetheart? Then make your money, but realize that one day if you have children,
They're gonna see it.
they gonna see that shit.
Yeah, of course we're gonna
And,
see.
And
and
when they see it, you need to make sure that you tell them that you made mistakes or whatever the fuck. But
Yeah.
they gonna see it. Kim Kardashian
Oh.
was acting like this. Oh my god, poor me, doing what she's seen a whole bunch of older white women do when she was
Hmm.
younger, cry and play the fucking victim.
Yep. Because her son happened to catch a glimpse of the video on Roblox. He was playing Roblox.
If you constantly growing up and the people that you growing up think slavery and beating on black people, on people who are different than them, or whatever the fuck, whatever the reason, whatever hate that they have towards another human being for no reason, and they grow up thinking that that's okay. Everybody around them saying that it's okay, oh, I'm a great person, but I'm just racist as all fuck.
see, and that honestly, that kind of remind me of like, you remember back in like the 20s and the 30s where they had like a group of white people who is weird. Well, I ain't gonna say weird, but just crazy as fuck. That they everybody smiling in front of the tree where a black man is just got burnt and lynched,
Yeah.
and it's like somebody actually took the time to take the picture,
And they
and
take their kids to that. They daughters, they sons at 3 and 4 and 5 to
and
Hmm.
then they put it,
see.
and then they put it like in the newspapers and stuff like that, and they celebrate it. And then when it comes, when it comes to light, it's like that was part of the, it was like part of the in crowd. That was just something we did. But it's like it's certain things that like no matter what you do, and it's like nowadays social media is making it even worse. That you really can't explain. Like you can't explain it, and
Don't
you
nobody
gonna have
have
to take.
the attention span to listen for that matter,
Hmm.
True.
because of social media. I mean, think about it, bro. Songs used to be what 5. It wasn't uncommon to have a 5 6 minute song.
Right.
And niggas would listen to the whole shit and be like, damn, this nigga killed it. Niggas used to have like all heated discussions on who had the best verse on a 6 minute song.
Right.
Now every song is what, 2 minutes at the most?
And you right though. One verse. I remember when songs used to have three verses.
Sometimes
The
we used to have
hooks.
4, like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, look at what they promote nowadays. Like, look at YouTube. Like YouTube, people would sit down and watch, a full 15, 20-minute video. And now you got apps like TikTok
I
where
hate TikTok. I
they
despise
push
it.
all right, we're gonna push y'all to watch 1-minute videos, and then all right, now we're gonna push y'all to watch 15-second videos. So and then they had Vine at one point where they did like those 5-minute videos. I mean 5 second
Hmm.
videos or whatever.
But see,
So
what I liked about Obama was Obama and their administration wasn't really trying to. They matter of fact, they banned Vine. That's why Vine got shut down. Remember, Vine got shut down.
Yeah.
It was the government and them which call. That's why like Michelle Obama making it so that in certain schools that they can't have certain portions and shit because they were actually trying to help us.
yeah.
And what do people talk? They talk shit about it. Oh, well, I ain't want him to do this. Oh, she shouldn't have changed the portion size, or and even me, I'm guilty of it.
Oh, dang, he cut out again.
Yeah, I wonder what be going on when that happened though. Yeah, that's crazy though, man. Like he was cooking too, bro.
Fuck, I know,
He
right?
was cooking, man.
Damn, I forgot where the fuck I was too. That's some bullshit, man.
I know you was talking about Michelle Obama and the portions.
Oh yeah, yeah. They literally tried to help. She was the Get Out and Move initiative. I used to be watching Cartoon Network, and she'd be like, and I see Michelle Obama get up and move, go out and play and do something 30 minutes a day.
30 minutes a day. Yep, they used to always say that.
Every Michelle Obama was the one to do that, but they don't say nothing about that. But then we got a first lady who, we had a first lady who was a fucking porn star, a softcore porn star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, man. We know what that was, man. That was okay. Y'all put a nigga in, y'all put a black man in there. All right, now we're gonna put a nigga in here. And,
Yeah.
and this nigga gonna make sure that we all profit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was a Russian mole.
Yeah.
But because they were so mad about fucking Obama and Hillary, I knew Hillary wasn't gonna win. I was hoping she would win, but I knew she wasn't gonna win. The only reason I thought Hillary was winning because I thought nobody would be dumb enough to consistently vote for Trump, and I
But
was
see,
wrong.
and that's the scary thing about it. And oh my God, that scares the hell out of me because he's the first president ever that I know of who don't have neither political. Well, I don't want to say legal because the motherfucker stayed in court, but
he
didn't
was on
have
the
like
opposite side of the other.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I'm saying?
But
He was on the wrong end of the gun, low key. So,
because most presidents, for the most part, they either have military, legal, or political experience.
Yeah.
This motherfucker had neither, so it's like
Yeah.
for all that, we might as well could have had Oprah Winfrey in the motherfucking office. We could have had, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, we probably would have been better off with Kanye in the motherfucker. For real, for real.
Oh Lord. Kanye West.
Shit. I mean, because truly, if Donald Trump could be president, literally anybody else in the country could be president.
I mean,
Anybody else.
you ain't lying.
Because I mean, he wasn't in any way, shape, or form qualified for that position.
No, he wasn't at all.
And he got it.
Yeah.
He got it some way, somehow. Like, I don't know how. I still can't believe it, man. I honestly still cannot believe he was president.
I mean,
I'm like,
he got money, so money, gives you access to lots of things. He came from his own money. He didn't need money
But
from.
man, you know what's funny though? That's a lie too, because Trump don't have no fucking money.
yeah,
Well, I
Trump
mean,
low key
like,
broke.
Trump don't have no money. That's a misconception that they all give you. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
well, he had his family's fortune. Is what I'm saying. Like, he inherited his family's fortune. He didn't need money from like political charities and stuff like that. He had
But
his
he's still
family.
broke too. He's still broke.
Well, his company is broke. He's not broke. It's his company is broke.
let me ask you. Okay, that's fine, right? I mean, you can say that, right? But we still ain't seen a tax return.
Well, yeah, I mean, of
So
course not.
how? So until we seen the tax return, how can we say who got money who for sure? Now, if you was a Russian mole and you know that who was paying you was the president of another country, and it could be on your what returns. Why in the fuck would I give you my tax returns when I'm the sitting U.S. president,
See, like I don't think Trump broke, but I think all this money is probably under the mattress.
bro?
His
Okay, look,
he got that
when
under
you
the
look at all
mattress
of the
money.
for sure, but when you look at all of the businesses that Trump has ever done, what have they done? They failed, except for what Trump Towers, and that was because of what his father built that.
Well, yeah, that's what I said.
Any business that Trump has ever had, you remember Trump Steaks?
Yeah,
You remember
that
Trump
failed.
University? This
That
nigga is
failed.
nothing but a fucking con artist.
He remind me of like I'm gonna tell you exactly who he remind me of.
Bernie Madoff,
What's that?
the Ponzi scheme motherfucker.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he remind me like Donald Trump remind me of a nigga, right? He remind me of a nigga who sell drugs. He'll run off on the plug, and like not only would he run off on the plug, but he's skimping motherfuckers that he's selling to. So like, say for instance, like if you going to him for a gram, he gonna sell you a 0.7 or a 0.8. Skimp off the top.
Man, shit, 0.7. You lucky that motherfucker gonna give
Yeah,
you a 0.5, nigga. Shit. Come on, look, you know the game. I know you know the game. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Niggas will give you a whole 0.5. Man, I remember one time I tried to buy some weed when I just started smoking. I ain't had the connects that I had when I was, just handing shit out. But motherfucker was like, yeah, he was like, man, I was like, you know where to smoke at? He was like, yeah, I know where it's at. I was like, where? I was like, yeah, I got it. I was like, where? I was like, you got it on you? He was like, no, I got it. It's around the crib. Give me like 5 minutes. And he was like, he said, give me like 15 minutes. The nigga goes around the corner and come back. Now, me, I'm being like, I'm skeptical. But then at the same time, I'm like, well, why would he tell me exactly where how long he had to get to the stash, in case I was a nigga that tried to rob him. All right, smart.
Right.
Then this nigga hand me a little cardboard box of shit, like a little cardboard, the little cardboard, people rip a piece of cardboard off and whatever.
Right.
So he hand me this shit. And I smell it, but it's a cop coming by. So he just handed it to me real quick. I gave him the bread. And I smelled it. I was like, man, you sure this shit is all right? He was like, yeah, man, it's good. Man, this motherfucker sold me some grass and sprayed it with some weed smell. Like,
Yeah.
Dang.
Like, see, that's one of the main reasons why I don't sell coke or I don't sell coke or the dope, because man, I tried to look out for my people one time, right? I gave at the same time too, I never know. But I gave my peoples $400 so they could do something with it. My peoples come back to me and was like, they got me, dog. They gave me some flour. Flour.
Flower. Wow.
My nigga, you couldn't
Flour.
tell that? Like, damn, G, you ain't. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I say, I get it if it's like one of those speed type shit, like those quick handoffs type shit, because you ain't really, you know what I'm saying?
With the whoop type.
Yeah.
But
on the slides type shit, you know what I'm saying? Where you gotta really put your trust in that motherfucker.
Yeah. But that type of business, sometimes you get scammed, it happens.
Exactly, and I never wanted to get into the coke business for the simple fact that when you look at the dealers and the clientele are always liars.
But like I heard
and then
saying,
they the type of niggas that will literally do some shit to you and they get mad at you for doing the shit back to them.
Exactly. Like,
and I was like, that's the most asinine shit I have ever heard. it's one thing if y'all both have the same, fundamental flaw and you trying to work on it or whatever. It's another thing if you just both just we're just stubborn assholes just for the sake of being stubborn dickheads.
True.
Yeah, true.
True.
That shit bring the worst out in people though, man.
It really do.
It does because I mean you got to think, man. We got somebody who's beautiful, right? And they put a picture that just them just not trying to look a little cute or whatever, and they get 300-400 likes.
Hmm.
You got somebody who ain't all that cute. They put a video up on there and they get maybe one. You start ranking yourself like how many views can I get?
Hmm.
And like I said, it can be a good thing if you have somebody that trying to build a podcast or have something of substance to bring. But you got most of the time these people just be saying bullshit on TikTok. Tell me you like anime without telling me you like anime.
Yeah, I hate that. To tell me something without telling me something.
You know what I'm saying? Or you tell somebody, with social media, the problem with that is it's not like TV, where TV you had to watch what was on that motherfucker. And if it won't nothing good on, you gotta watch. You gotta just put something on TV, and you end up watching shows that you never really watched before, right?
Yeah.
True.
And if you have that, then that's exposing you to something that you would normally do.
Right.
But with social media, it's tailored to you. It's tailored to your interest. It's tailored to whatever you search.
That's especially like stuff. It's really like Twitter. Twitter.
Yeah, it be pissing me off because I'd be like, man, just because I follow some of these cream gobblers doesn't mean I want to have all of these notifications because they all say the same fucking generic ass headline with Pokemon in mind. Like, bitch, really?
Hey, I
Like
don't mean to,
you did us.
I don't mean to cut you off, y'all. But that's one of the main reason why I fucking hate Twitter and Instagram. You know why I hate
I
that
hate
shit, bro?
Instagram. I hate Instagram with a passion.
But
I despise it.
you know why I
Twitter's
hate that
okay.
shit though?
Go ahead.
My whole life, right? My mom, she drilled in my head. Don't be, you know how they be like, don't be a leader, don't be a follower, be a leader type shit.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm
And then
saying?
what you
Be a
got
leader,
supposed
be
to
a
do
leader.
on Twitter? Follow.
That's why I can't fuck with, I can't like, nah, cause people be like, follow. I ain't following a goddamn thing. I follow myself. How about you follow these nuts, goddamn it? Like, no, call it something else. I don't like that following shit.
Yeah,
You bring up a good
100%.
point. That is what you do on Twitter.
And then like everybody got the same slogan. They be like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe,
Fuck
yep.
you.
Oh,
Fuck you, you robot.
every YouTuber does it. Yep. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget.
Man, like the video. I don't give a fuck. Fuck what y'all say. Like the goddamn video.
Yeah. Like if people like it, they'll like it. If they don't, they don't. Like,
Well, no,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
sometimes, but no, I'm not even gonna hold you. But you've been there sometimes when it's just somebody that you fuck with, right? And you, especially sometimes when you got something to have on, like some music or whatever, you don't necessarily always hit the like button when you watch a video.
right.
Sometimes you'll get to the point, and then a lot of times the way people do it,
Good one.
they'll be watching the video and then they'll be scrolling through the recommended for the next video to watch.
Right.
Yeah, true.
So if you got somebody that's constantly scrolling to look for the next one, the way they did YouTube now, especially if you're on the phone, it's like the comments is in a separate place, and then the like is on a different. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same the way it used to be. So you used to be able to hit see the like, the dislikes, the share, and the whatchamacallit, and then you had the comments. But the only thing that you always saw the like, dislike, share, and the what's call it button.
Mm-hmm.
So you could just say, "Oh yeah, like and subscribe." So you know what I mean. Boom. All right, because that it helps the algorithm. So I get why they do it.
Yeah, but even YouTube is mostly a pandering to what people feel. 'Cause, like y'all remember old people, right? You used to rate
You you
videos.
you you breaking out. You breaking up.
Oh, can you hear
Yeah. Go ahead.
me? Like old you could rate a video 5 stars.
It's breaking up again.
All
Yeah, leave and come back.
right,
I'll let you back in. But yeah, man, it's you have to. Oh, that's you have the echo.
That's me with that go.
Yeah, it's the
Huh.
acoustics. Yeah, it's the acoustics. Just turn it down a little bit. Maybe that'll say
Is this
something.
better?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's better.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. She didn't come back. Oh, there she is. So yeah, go ahead. We just couldn't.
Oh,
You just kept cutting out. Ice.
oh yeah, but it's another thing that I noticed too off of YouTube. Well, I think he left.
Man, the powers that be
Yo,
don't want the niggas talking,
I
man.
know, right? But hey, another thing that I noticed off YouTube, especially because I'm a YouTube head for the most part, right?
Me too. I've been
You know,
on YouTube since
yeah,
before YouTube was YouTube.
yeah,
right. But some that I noticed off YouTube, everybody talks about the same goddamn thing.
yeah.
Like I can go on on the feed, and if something happens, then it's at least 5 to 20 people talking about the
The same
same
shit.
damn thing,
True.
and it's like if anything, I had wanted to come up with like a podcast. Well, not necessarily a podcast, but I had wanted to come up with a character, and I was gonna call him Randy the Panda Bear, right?
I
Okay.
love it. I
And
fucking
it's
love
it's
it.
basically I was gonna dress up like a panda bear, but I just pander to people and stuff like that. It was like, oh yeah, 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 and blase, blase, blase. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You know, you should spare your feelings. Yeah, you are right. You know what? You're not a bad person. You just do things your way. You know, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Randy the Pander Bear.
And you know what's funny? You should but you know what's funny? They'll be the same people that end up turning around and say you patronizing them. Like, duh, you dumbass. That's the fucking point.
No, no, I'm not patronizing you. I'm just helping you feel better.
That is
Mm-hmm.
so true. But that's why I said YouTube is guilty of it too. Cause now you don't even have a dislike button. Well, you have a dislike button, but you
But
can't
you
see
can't
how
see
many
how many
dislikes
dislikes
on
it
the
was.
video.
Yeah,
It's like, why y'all take that function away? Like,
because it's but what? Is it because it's negative? Come on, man. You
yeah.
need like everything ain't fucking sunshines and rainbows. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the shit that blows me. Like nigga, y'all acting like everything is just I'm happy lid the teapot short. Like what the fuck?
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these nursery rhyme bullshits.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at all these fucking rappers, man. All these niggas trying to be 20 to 14 Wayne.
Impossible. Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure. But I'm saying I'm talking about with the looks though. But I mean, look at what they look like though. Tattoos, dreadlocks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Different color hairstyles.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing a different color, the weird shit that Wayne be wearing.
Like,
I love Wayne, but he be on some his outfits be nutty as fuck sometimes. That's my nigga though. You know what I'm saying? He's a
but yeah,
fucking
but
genius.
but you but you notice like within the past, I say like 5 to 10 years, he don't really do music videos, and when he do them, he by himself. He never be with a crowd of people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But you know why? You know why? Because he said one of his songs. He said, "I made it to the top just to get sniped from the very bottom. Ain't that a bitch, man? Tell me about it. But I ain't tripping unless the trip is private." Come on, man. Who be but niggas, but Wayne don't be saying shit though. Real G's moving silence like lasagna. Meaning, bitch, stop telling all your fucking business.
Yeah.
No, they gotta post it. They gotta look good for the gram.
And see, and that's the thing,
They
man. And
gotta
that's the
look good for
thing.
the gram.
And that's the thing, man. In the hood, man, you know for a fact. I mean, you can speak on this. You know, what I mean, especially you being, you know, what I mean, if some shit happen in the street, when shit pop in the street, everybody know, correct?
Yeah.
Everybody who can't do nothing about it, no, right?
Right.
Like as far as the people in the neighborhood, not the the federales or whatever like
Yeah.
that. When shit pop in the street, I remember to this. I can remember to this day where I was when I heard that certain man that people that I knew got popped. To this day, I remember where I was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I heard it not from a news source, not from a fucking tweet, not from a fucking Instagram post. And it's just like I was watching this video, this Jamari video. They got these nurses, these registered fucking nurses, doing all of this. Oh my god, I lost the patient today. It's so hard, and it's just like, why the fuck are you doing this? They just want to come out, and then they always because how it be the shapely bitches that's in that's RNs and nurses and shit always want to turn around and show their ass off. You know what I'm saying? But they're so sad the shit's going on, but they gonna get that ass shot in there.
Isn't it amazing how like they always pick the right time to cry and record it? Like it's like
damn, it just amazes me how you had the perfect angle, the perfect lighting. You know what I'm saying?
right, yeah.
The whole setup was immaculate, and it just catches you in a what's called a raw emotion.
I just hate watching when they do that because it's just they just looking for some type of sympathy or some type of something from
it ain't
people.
sympathy. They just want attention.
Yeah, that too.
Social media gave it so the irrelevant people have become relevant.
Relevant, yep. True. There's a lot of people that I wouldn't even know about had it not be for social media. So that's true.
Exactly.
Or a lot of people, certain people wouldn't be famous if it wasn't for social media.
Fam,
exactly.
If it wasn't for social media, where the fuck would Kim Kardashian be?
She'd probably still be basic as hell for real.
No, but I'm saying with the Kim Kardashian, even with her sex tape pop, even at the height of her career, as far as being a hoe, because that's all her career is. She has no talents.
Mm-hmm.
You have never heard a Kim Kardashian song. You have never heard something that Kim Kardashian did that wasn't tabloid material.
Then to keep it a band with you, she couldn't even fuck good.
At all. That that was
boring.
Man, when I seen that tape, I was like, bitch, this is how you fuck. This is what they going all crazy over. And that's when I knew. It was at that moment when I knew. I was like, them gorgeous bitches can't fuck worth for shit. Because they are so used to them simp ass niggas that do anything to get the pussy and then get in there and look at her face and just come in 2 seconds. Oh,
but no, it'd be crazy because like some of them be them do bad toilets though. Them do bad toilet seats. Them be the ones who. Oh, you never heard of the term the do bad toilets?
Oh,
you never heard of that?
Oh wait, I know what happens in Dubai with them princes and shit.
Yeah, like them.
Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about?
Like that's why me personally, I don't really like pretty prissy bitches because like ain't no telling because them be the ones who get flew out to Dubai and like them princes and be taking like literal shits on them and stuff like that.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I heard about that.
I heard about toilet seat. But that's what it took me a second to connect it. But that's why I was like, you
Yeah,
talking about the dude got
they be
prisons
having
and
them
shit?
women do all kinds of things. They'll do that. They'll piss on them. They'll have them having sex with camels and all kind of crazy mess. And they'll pay them, but it's just like, is it worth it at that point?
right? They
But
have
see,
they gonna put the camel toe inside the camel toe type shit.
Yeah,
it wasn't no different than it wasn't no different than those videos that you used to see on them sex sites or whatever. Them bitches fucking horses.
ew, ew.
It was one video because it was like on the it was how like they have them pop ups and shit. It was one of those pop ups where I was like, what the fuck is this? And there was a girl literally getting fucked by a horse, and I was like, what the fuck? I stopped watching porn for about a good 3 months after that shit, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, and I wasn't even looking at porn. I was just looking at, I was like, ooh, she fine. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Shit started reacting. I started jacking a little bit, and I said, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. I said, nah, I can't do porn for a while.
I
I mean,
mean,
you'd be surprised what people are into.
But they got paid for it.
Yeah.
That's like them ghetto gaggers and shit. What they be doing to the women? Like, I'm all for rough sex, but that's too much.
it's a it's
That's
a
too
difference
much.
between that and like
Like, bro,
disrespecting
you
yourself.
fucking a girl till she throw up on your cock, my nigga. Like, she throw up and you put it in a little bowl and shit. Like, dog, ew. The fuck out of here. That's
Yeah.
absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
But you have no respect for yourself. You don't care.
Well, when you don't, when you don't have that line drawn anymore, where people just literally do anything and everything, that's what you see.
Well, but why is that? It's because of the feminist movement. It's a combination of things. The feminist movement,
Oh yeah, definitely.
the government assistance,
Yeah.
because they literally pay the women to be single.
Yeah, definitely.
You can have this nice
That-
house. You can get a whole bunch of food stamps, but you can't have a man living in this house.
Nope.
yeah, not only do they pay them to be single, but they pay them to be like, I would say, uh a, I don't want to necessarily be like a factory of of a factory of dysfunction per se, but I say they pay them to be agents of dysfunction because like the more kids you have, the more resources you get, and then not only that, but it's like you can only have your kids raised a certain way because it's not like you can get benefits, you know government benefits and take your kids to like a private school or something like that. No, they got to go to a public school. They got to go
Hmm.
to the worst public school because you got to live in a certain area,
Hmm.
and you know what I'm saying, like they got to eat the worst foods.
Hmm.
You
Because it's training for prison. That's all it is. It's training for prison.
Yeah.
Because the prison industry are big business. That's why I never respect Michael Jordan. Give a fuck how much money he make, how great of a basketball player he was. I will never respect Michael Jordan because he took his millions and invested in locking up and enslaving our people. Because that's all prison is. It's fucking slavery. The
Oh yeah.
13th Amendment. And people really don't realize what the 13th Amendment truly was. It wasn't an abolishment of slavery. It was a polishing of slavery.
exactly.
Yeah.
They found a way to make it so it's criminal. Now, why do you think they made it so crack cocaine was significant more prison time than it was for cocaine? You can have you can have a damn near a kilo of coke. And if you have 5 grams of crack, you know what I mean, they can sentence you to, you know what I mean, the years is different.
Damn near life, for real, for real.
Mm-hmm. And then once they get you in the system, because all it takes is one time for them to get you in the system and you fucked.
Exactly. Cause see
That's why they literally call it the trap.
exactly no
And niggas
bullshit.
fall into it every fucking time.
Cause
That's true.
cause
I'm telling you, you come to me, you're gonna die, and people will come to you. That's why. Why do you think the niggas who be like, I'm a narcissist, it's all about me or whatever? Why do you think they always had to?
He done cut out again.
yeah, when he always cooking, man.
I know.
I guess the temperature too high. They cut him off. He got he got the iron too high. I'm like, bro, you got the iron too high, man. You cooking too high. They turned you off, man. You
Hey,
overheated the stove.
the devil is working, ain't he?
You overheated the stove, man.
You know what I'm saying? The devil is working, ain't he?
But see, what you was saying though, Payne, about the narcissistic guys getting women. A lot of times, like when enough women deal with that certain type of guy, reputation gets out the type of person that he is. But yet, more and more women will line up, knowing what they know.
Yo, I literally worked. The job I just left. The nigga literally was like, "Yo, I'm a narcissist." Put it on his Facebook. I'm a narcissist, and the bitch literally came from another fucking state. I went there the next week. This bitch was there.
See, it's kind of like
Because they want a project. They love a project. Women,
Mhm.
they
Mhm.
act like they don't, but they love a fucking project.
That's exactly what it is. Because we want to try to take a bad boy, turn him into a good boy, and say, "See, he changed for me."
and
When
then as
that
soon as he
doesn't
good,
work,
And you know what that is? That's narcissism.
yeah,
That's even though that women that y'all outnumber us 10 to fucking 1, that he's
exactly.
gonna want to stay with you just because you have a pussy. When there's 10 other bitches that got one too.
Exactly. That's what women don't understand. Like having that body part doesn't make you special when everybody has it.
And that's why I always had a problem with trans men and trans women. For the simple fact of you think that just because you have a body part that you are a man or you are a woman. That's so disrespectful to women and men in
It
general.
really is.
You know what
but
women have to do, like, and it was funny because it was one short. I meant to send it to both of y'all, but yeah, it was good. Morgan was good. Morgan, you can jump in if you want, low key. If you just send me a what's called on Discord. But then what was I saying?
About the you was watching a short about something about trans people.
Yeah, because it was like it's all y'all gonna be upset when trans women can have children via
I
a
seen that
uterus
one.
implant.
I seen it. I
Did I
think you
send it to
sent it
you?
to me.
I
Yeah,
sent
you
it to
sent
you.
it to me.
Okay. I
What
think
in the world?
and she was, and then the girl destroyed him, and I loved it. I loved every fucking second of it. It's like
That shit was
nobody's gonna be
delicious.
mad. It was
It's delicious.
such delicious salty tears because she was like, for one, making a problem when there isn't one is a sign of insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you could get a what's called nobody be mad, but your hips are too big to push out a child. You don't make enough blood to you're not gonna sustain it, make enough blood for the you and the child.
Exactly.
So you're gonna die.
Because
So nobody.
the umbilical cord in a baby connects the baby to the mother, which helps supply the baby the nutrients that it needs.
And then first, before you even do that, though, before you get there, you have to survive the transplant. And you being a male, genetically, your body having chromosomes that are what's the chromosome for a male is XY, right?
It's XY.
Yeah.
Because you got that Y chromosome. It's because you have that Y is Y. You get it?
It's
You
gonna be
feel
like,
me?
why are you here? It's
You know
like,
what I
why is
mean?
this thing here? It don't belong here. Why are you here?
Exactly. So it's gonna try to fight it because it's gonna think that it is a disease
Or some type of virus.
or a virus that it needs to fight.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's very true. And then on top of that, men's bodies just weren't created to do that. Like women, our bodies were created to do that.
That's why y'all have. That's why y'all legs are the way they are.
Yeah, and that's
It's
why we
because
have.
y'all because y'all can y'all legs can change. Ours
Yeah,
can change shape.
yeah, and we have ovaries And our body literally, when it's, when we're pregnant and stuff, it literally changes so that it can support the baby.
Yeah,
It's a natural thing.
your whole body changes once you have a child.
And
Once
it's
you're
and
once you're pregnant, your whole body changes.
so, like, we grow breast tissue because, our breasts fill up with milk when we have a baby. Like, that's just how our bodies are.
Real talk. I would love to know how like these transgender people. I would love to know how they did in like in science and like in biology and stuff like that, because it's like you had these feelings for a good little while. So
Hmm.
I want to know like what were your grades in biology? Like did you just like completely like skip that class, or was you paying attention? Like,
Exactly.
And
hey,
it's a
maybe they
reason
went
why
to
your
a
whole
public school. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't teach us shit like this in public school. Maybe they
Mhm.
all went to public schools. I don't know.
I also want to know how they did it in English too, because in the English dictionary, the prefix to a word, right? If a word is, I'll give you an example, female, right? The pretext to that is female, is male, right? Well,
Mhm.
no, is it fem? I think I forgot what. That's a bad example. That's a bad example. G. Uh, okay, pro life, right? Pro choice, pro guns.
Hmm.
That means you're for it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The prefix is to mean that you're for that.
Yeah. Right.
Oh no, sorry, I was smoking. Um, so the like I said, the prefix, tells you the context of the word, correct?
Right.
Right.
In the English language, that's what it is. The pretext. So it's not, you're called a trans woman for a reason. A trans man. It's a prefix. It's trans. You're trans. You're not
Position.
exactly, or you
Hmm.
transitioned. Either way, you trans. That's the
Hmm.
prefix.
Hmm.
You're not just a woman. There's a reason why you have to put that prefix on it.
Hmm.
Trans woman, trans male,
Hmm.
transgender.
Hmm.
It's a prefix to a word. That prefix has a meaning.
Hmm.
If it's anti as the prefix, meaning antisocial, that means what? I'm not prone to being social.
Exactly.
But man, shoot, we live in a day and age where like words mean whatever you want them to mean.
It's just
Like
your truth. It's your reality.
like
Exactly.
like Chef said, flippity floppity flu. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's flippity floppity flu. Hell,
Mhm.
I ain't knocking it, but the word gay,
Uh.
gay at one point in time, gay meant happy,
Hmm.
Mhm.
and which is ironic because now it means something completely
Really
different,
different.
and most gay people aren't really
G-
happy.
g- Mm-mm.
Which
Because
is
my
which,
thing is not even gay. I would say, especially trans. I wouldn't say anybody who identifies as trans is happy because they're not comfortable within their own skin. They're not comfortable with who they are fundamentally. You're fundamentally a man. I have to be okay with the fact that I'm fundamentally a man, a male. I fundamentally have to do things differently.
but this the crazy thing though. Like like a lot of well, a good number of trans people, especially trans women, still got their dicks though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, yo, how you a girl with a
So
dick? That just doesn't make sense, bro. Like you know what I mean? Analogy, you know what I mean? DNA, I mean, whatever what science class teaches you, nigga. I, I can't, I can't.
That is
But
so
it's
true.
just like if it's one thing if that's just how you feel, it's another thing if that's reality. I can't say the truth because that's how you because it's gonna offend how you feel.
Hmm.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to cut whoever was about to speak off.
Yeah.
But it's like for some strange reason. And then one thing I like this is what I don't like about the whole alphabet community is at the at the end of the day, right? I don't care who you choose to have sex with because that's what it all
Facts.
boils down to. It's
Hmm.
not about attraction because it's actually in the word homosexual.
Cool.
It's not a homo relationshipal, you know what I'm saying, or homo, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
homosexual. Who
sexual.
you choose to
The
have
fuck.
sex with. That's your
Exactly.
business. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Exactly.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
why should I have to care, tolerate, and accept who you choose to
Just
have
have-
sex with?
Exactly.
It's the land of the free unless you offend somebody at an elemental P.
Yep. Pretty
So
much.
I'm telling you,
Pretty
I'm
much.
Exactly.
telling you, land of the home, land of the free unless you know what I mean. You have something to say bad about the elemental P.
Like my thing is, if the only thing interesting about you is the fact that you're part of the LGBT community as a person, you're very shallow.
Yeah, you got some work to do.
You're a very shallow person. It's like a woman, and the only thing that's interesting about her is the fact that she likes to sleep with guys. She's a shallow person, you
That's
know.
not even interesting. Like,
That's
bitch, you
not
like to
an
fuck.
interest.
Okay, you know what I mean?
Watch some
Congratulations.
watch some anime or something. Watch Naruto. Watch Bleach or something. Have something else to
Exactly.
talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Shit.
Read a
Expand your
book,
palate.
watch a movie.
It's like the
Yeah.
people that
Something.
it's like the people that grew up only eating chicken nuggets and they don't eat nothing else but chicken nuggets. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, expand your palate. You know what I'm saying? And you treat them to a world class steak. This shit trash. It's trash.
Not even that, bro. They so used to chicken nuggets, they don't even eat chicken tenders.
Exactly.
Exactly. You right.
Won't even bother a chicken finger. They
And it's
just
like,
like the little chicken nuggets.
but that goes back to
Mhm.
what we've been saying. They would rather have the fake shit than the real shit because you know why? It's easier to get the fake shit.
It's easier to process.
Mm-hmm.
It's easier to swallow. No pun intended, though.
Exactly. Because
But
people always want to go with what caters to them instead of going with reality.
Well, yeah, because that's. I mean, if reality is telling you a nut ass nigga, then you know what I mean. You gonna want to shun reality, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that's what inadvertently happens with narcissists. You know, their view of themselves has to be so inflated because they know that they're in actuality they're worth nothing.
Oh yeah.
They're just a person. They
Mhm.
just waste space.
Mhm. They have a false sense of being this. Oh, I'm just this great person. I'm just this amazing person. Everybody wants to be around me. Everybody knows me. Everybody loves me. They have this false sense of high self.
right. And the crazy thing about it too, I strongly believe that even though they try to put themselves in the position of using people, most narcissists are actually people who get used themselves.
Well, and to I somewhat disagree because I think it's more so that they got used so much that it became I'm gonna use everybody else and nobody else is gonna use me ever again.
True, but in the process of you using people, you still have to be used because in order for you
Hmm.
to use people, because let's say like the narcissists like elevate themselves to like a certain level of success and whatnot, right? So they think that they're better than everybody.
Right.
But then that only means that the people who deal with them, they're dealing with them from false pretenses. They're not genuinely dealing with them because they're a good person. They're only dealing with them because of what they can get from them. If
Mhm.
that makes sense. So
Yeah.
it's like We both. It's kind of like spy versus spy. Like, yeah, granted, you might get the jump on me,
But you got
or
to
I
give
might
me something to even try to get the jump on me. You got to give up something to get something.
exactly. It's like
But
both of them. It's like they both constantly chasing each other's tail, going around in a circle.
mm-hmm. It's like the dog. It's like the dog that chases the car. Even if he catches the car, he wouldn't know what the fuck to do with it.
Exactly.
But why do they do it? Because it's fun. You know, dog chasing its own tail. What is it gonna do? Bite its tail off?
True. It's just something to do.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. It's like if you can keep people distracted, if you can keep people, pacified, for lack of a better word, then you can control. You can do whatever you want to do. And the easy way to do that is to make it so people can't sit through a 3-hour lecture and take something away from it. How is your reading, your comprehensive level is automatically going decrease if the only thing that you absorbing is 15-second clips.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like Crimson Cure said, man, just to round it back up, you know the the girl who was the reason that abortion was legal never even got an abortion.
Yeah, but that's why that's why with these apps like TikTok and stuff, they're trying to control our attention span. They know that most people, most especially younger people, they're not going to take the time and sit down and watch a whole story or a whole documentary and stuff, versus like the older generation, like my parents, and they actually sit down. They'll watch the news for like an hour, or something like that. Most people don't do that kind of stuff anymore because
Mm-hmm.
everything is so cut down. It's like, all right, if it's more than 1 minute, I'm gonna change it to something else, because their
Yeah,
attention span has been they have programmed our minds to have a shorter attention span.
and that's why I really try not to associate myself with people who like to watch Love and Hip Hop,
Exactly.
who like to
Cause
watch drama shows, because you like drama.
Mhm.
You will actively go out and seek drama.
Mhm.
Now, it's one thing if you want to watch a drama that is fake, or it's been inspired by real events or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
It's another thing when it's something that you can make it in your head your reality.
Yeah.
People put so much time in the and when you think about it, it's funny because with the internet, what they did was, once they couldn't control who had access to the internet anymore, they started making it so it was so much stuff that you had to siphon through for it to actually make sense.
Mhm.
And then if you what real conversations and discussions can be had in under a minute?
True.
What
True.
real
none really.
change can be discussed in 30 seconds?
Honestly, only drug deals for real, for real.
Cause see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. In back in the time that I grew up, if you was always constantly on the phone with somebody for like 30 seconds, 10 seconds, they would consider it with drug trafficking. And they would
Mhm.
try to charge you up. They would try to hem you up with that shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Paul Mooney, he said some of the illest shit, right? I heard him. He said like back in his day, it took 30 minutes to warm up grits. Nowadays, people want their grits in like 5 minutes.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. They
Shit,
got the
y'all
5 minute
need
break.
5 minutes. You being generous.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like instant gratification, man.
yeah.
Hmm.
Instant gratification.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
see, what they don't realize is with instant gratification, there's always a price. Like when you look at Lil Kim, right? And that's why I say it's gonna be funny as fuck to see all of these trans people and all these bitches with these BBLs and all this other shit when they get to
when they get
60.
old. Mm-hmm.
When they get to Lil Kim age. Now look at Lil Kim looking like a fucking Oompa Loompa version of fucking Michael Jackson.
Yeah. And I hate that she did that to herself because she was such a beautiful woman.
She
And
really was.
He was.
she bleached her skin. She got her face done. She got her butt done. She got her lips done. And now she looks terrible.
And see what they don't realize is skin is gonna sag, but
Mm-hmm.
when it gets old and it's gonna sag and it's gonna start to be like leather. Now
Mm-hmm.
you how the fuck you gonna have saggy ass skin with some shit with some plastic in it that ain't left the shape since you put it in there? Because plastic don't you know what I'm saying? Plastic stay the same shape. It's a
Yeah.
reason why people
Exactly.
have plastic plates and plastic cups that they always use.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
They're gonna be looking like they're melting.
Mm. And that's what I'm saying. And that's ain't that what Lil
Well,
Kim looked like? She got somebody threw water on her and I'm melting. I'm
I mean,
melting.
look at all these people that get like Botox and all that stuff, like Cher and all them. They all look
Yeah.
Bro, oh my god, that bitch
terrible.
looked like the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah,
And
they
Cher,
literally gonna have to pick their face up.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they didn't look like that when they were younger. But they started getting them injections and all that stuff, and it just makes them look terrible.
And it's just like, what are you gonna do when your kid is 16 and he going to school and everybody at school is watching you get you know what I mean, you fuck three niggas at once.
True.
They might be like, shit, what's up with your mama now?
You think
True.
niggas won't? You think niggas won't? Shit.
Cause a nigga will fuck your mama quick.
Nigga,
And
I ain't gonna
she'll
lie.
let him.
I was a notorious milf hunter. I love fucking niggas mothers. I ain't gonna hold you.
You motherfucker, you.
For sure. Sure am.
Uh,
Sure am. I sure am. And that's why I was like, for me, because it's like with niggas like me, man, I was never the type of nigga, oh yeah, I just fucked this bitch or I just fucked her or I had you know what I mean, I fucking with two bitches or you know what I mean, I got two girls that want me, whatever the fuck. I mean, I got a different girl every week. Cause even if I did, which I never have, but even if I was, you know what I mean, flirting, I mean, doing whatever the fuck I was doing, you know what I'm saying? Nobody needs to know.
Exactly.
If I was fucking somebody and somebody was like, "You fucking them," I would lie. I would say, "No, I ain't fucking them." Cause why? Why you wanna? Cause you must wanna fuck them.
it's
You
none
must
of
wanna fuck her. If you
their
asking me, am I fucking her? You must wanna fuck her.
yeah. But my thing is, it's none of their business.
Exactly, and
Exactly.
that's what I don't understand. Why is everybody's telling their business?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Because they want to feel important.
Yeah.
they want to feel like a celebrity. That's what you're right. Social media has given people the opportunity to feel everybody to feel like they're a celebrity.
And the thing is, what people don't understand is celebrities live in a different reality than we do.
And most of the time, them niggas be stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Like they be saying the nuttiest shit, and I'm like, bro, just because it's even some of my YouTube creators that I be watching, like for Dragon Ball Fighters content or what's called, they be saying some nut ass shit. Or it be like some of the dudes, I'm like, bro, you saying some simp ass shit. And I don't know if you really such a simp or you just trying to cater to the bitches that think you fine.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? You trying to be the good guy, the feminine, I'm the ally.
Yeah.
Trying to, you know what I mean? Trying to, you know what I mean? Bribe your way into some pussy.
Yeah, basically.
Basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like it just be like, bro, it just be cringe.
Just tell the women everything they want to hear.
And I'm like, is that what y'all really want though? And it's just like, but then they'll say that, no, don't treat me like a kid. But you are a child. Essentially, you don't want to take care of yourself. You want me to take care of you. Is that not a child?
Exactly.
Ain't that what you do to kids?
That's exactly what I be saying. They want these men to take care of them like they children. And then
that's what I be
the first thing they'll say is, well, treat me like an adult. I ain't no kid.
You know what I'm saying? I can't tell. Bitch, I pay for your hair, I pay for your nails, I pay for I pay your rent. I make sure you got food in the house. I mean, what the fuck? What do you do? I clean up. You don't clean. You don't cook.
Nah.
You couldn't cook your way out of a paper fucking bag, bitch. You couldn't boil noodles. You the type of bitch that burns cereal, like no bullshit. Like
God damn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's sad that a lot of women think that they don't have to do anything but just exist. But you know what that is? It's because these simp
simp.
guys. Well, I hate to call them that. These simp guys.
Can
They
we even say that anymore?
Well, technically, you're not supposed to say it anymore because you get quote unquote canceled. But
What for saying simp?
yeah,
For real?
yeah, for real.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can't
for
make
real.
this shit up. You can't make
Shit.
this shit up.
Cancel me, baby. Cancel me. Cancel me, baby. Cause look, if I'm canceled, I ain't gotta deal with y'all fuck ass people. So y'all can have this little fuck ass shit. Cancel me, goddamn it. Cancel me. Shit.
That's why I
Cancel
try
me,
to
baby.
call them that. But
But you
these
know what's funny? You know what's funny though?
simp ass guys, they tell these women, well, all you have to do is just look beautiful, and that's enough. And then you get mad when that's all she does.
I'm like, bro, I've been trying. I tried to tell my homie, man. I'm like, dog, if you and starting off a relationship, taking care of everything for this girl, you putting gas in her tank and gas $7, and you dropping $60, $70 on gas. Like, yeah, you got money. You got money. Yeah, you got money now. What happened when you don't have that money and you can't do that shit and she expect
Yeah.
that shit?
See, then niggas like that fuck it up for everybody. You know what
Everybody.
I'm saying? Cause you gonna
Exactly.
expect. Cause look, I'm gonna make sure you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna treat you. I'm gonna make sure you okay. But I ain't gonna necessarily trick up on you. Hell nah. Cause shit, I'm spending all this time, effort, and resources. You know what? If I'm investing in you, I need to see a return in my investment. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
And
exactly.
if it's like if I'm doing all this, motherfucking, the least you can do is bring me peace. Cause
Hmm.
everything else I can do now. If you can't bring me peace, oh man, I'm gonna have to talk to the shareholders or something. Cause like we
Yeah.
need to have like a board meeting. Cause oh
And yo,
man, this
it's
shit is
funny that you
crazy.
say that, bro. It's funny that you say that because it's like women, modern women don't make no sense to me. I'm gonna tell you why. How do you want somebody that's real and don't lie, but your appearance ain't even real?
Hmm.
Your
That's
hair ain't real. Yo,
true.
you got so much makeup on, and these bitches be Houdini with the fucking makeup. I don't know if you be seeing it, but
Yeah,
dog, I'm trying
bro.
to tell
That's why
you,
I don't like makeup, bro.
me neither,
Hell
nigga.
no.
Facts, me
You
neither,
better not.
nigga. Me
You
neither.
better not even wear goddamn lipstick around me.
Matter of fact, you might be the nigga. You might be the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like that, low key. I never
I
liked them.
hate
Man, it's
makeup.
like those type of girls. It's like I'll fuck you, but it's just like I don't
Bro,
want.
I
You know what I'm
wouldn't even
saying?
fuck them. I wouldn't even fuck them because with the makeup, you look just like the transsexual
No,
motherfuckers.
but that's another thing, bro. It's like you got the makeup, and then because they get but you know that why that is, right? They get the makeup from the gay niggas, and I'm like,
True.
how in the fuck do you think a gay man is gonna tell you how a straight man likes their woman to look?
Yep. But you know why that is though, because the gay men want to be the new women. They want to be the women now.
Bro, this motherfucker had the
Saucy
nerve to
Santana.
say, yo, this nigga
Also,
had
you
the
heard about that.
nerve. This nigga had the nerve.
You heard about
Yo,
Saucy Santana.
in, in my soul, I can never ever take anything seriously from a man that's named Saucy Santana.
Preach,
I just can't.
preach, preach. I'm
I
sorry.
can't.
I'm
He
sorry
can
because our
tell me.
worlds are different, my nigga. Our worlds are different. I'm sorry.
I said,
They
look,
Exactly.
are.
I don't mean to cut y'all off, but this nigga can tell me, hey, they robbing niggas down the street. I might just have to walk down the street. Nigga, your name's Saucy Santana. I can't believe a word you say, sir. I think I might have to get robbed that day. Like, look, you got me, but the nigga down the street in South Santana said y'all was robbing niggas. So I was like, man, look, I gotta take my chance. I gotta take a
Mhm.
chance because if you can say that, you know what I'm saying, gay men are the new women, or we got to teach y'all how to be women,
Mm-hmm.
man, I don't think I can ever have a conversation with you, man. I
Mm-hmm.
can't.
Because fundamentally we different.
It's so fun.
And my thing is simply like it's not and I don't mean it, and we're not saying it out of hate or nothing like that, because I genuinely don't care what you do.
Yeah,
It's
if any,
just like
yeah, we
don't piss on me and tell me that it's rain.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm supposed to just agree with this rain. I'm supposed to just knowing it's
And
pissed. I'm
and
supposed to be opening my mouth like, ah,
yeah,
yeah, give me
and that's
the
funny.
rain. You know what
That's
I'm
that's
saying?
that's funny that you say that because it's like you trying to piss on my head and call it rain, like no homo pause, but motherfucker, you got your shit out. You got a transsexual, a trans woman with a schlong trying to piss on my head and tell me that it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
If that don't sound like
It's so much
some
wrong with
kind of.
that.
And then, but my thing is like, if you trans or whatever, like why do I as a heterosexual male have to become a quote unquote cisgendered man? Because I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't understand that either,
I
honestly.
don't like
Ain't
that
shit
because
sissy about me. Facts, nigga. Ain't,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't
that,
no
that, that
sissy over here, my nigga. You got
yeah,
me fucked
that's
up.
too close to sissy.
Exactly. Like, nigga, I remember when I first moved out here. Like, nigga, you can't call me sweet. Like, I remember you niggas used to be like, man, that's sweet. I was like, nigga, that's what? Who's sweet? Fuck you mean, bitch? I'm salty, nigga. Fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? Little pretzel make ass niggas always trying to throw salt on my pretzel. You know what I mean? Trying to throw salt on my bread. I mean, leave my shit alone, nigga. Let me be. Let me cook, nigga.
But the thing women don't realize, especially black women, because we're the biggest supporters of these, the gay men and stuff. That
Man,
they they've
which
been
straight
planning
man? Okay, I'm
they-
sorry.
they've been planning this for years. They want to be the new women. So what better way to learn to be the new women than to infiltrate through the women, tell them how they should dress, how they should look, how their makeup should be, how their hair should be, you know,
Give her a round of a fucking applause. If y'all ain't like the video, because since you know what I mean, after she said some shit like that, then you tweet.
until it gets to
Because
the point
because
where you can't tell a trans woman from a regular woman. I mean, what you expect at this point?
I mean, that's why they fuck us up, because they know. And that's why it blows me with that, especially with these trans women, because inherently it's shit that we know as men. Like, it's certain things that you know as a man that you just can't do. You know what I'm saying? That if you go in the bathroom, right? As a man, if you go in the bathroom and you go to a urinal, you don't look next to you to see, you know what I'm saying, who's
Right?
you liable to get snuffed in the fucking face.
Exactly. And you skip a stall. You skip a stall.
Yeah, you a
If it's like
weirdo.
three,
You a weirdo if it's just me. I'm already at the stall and it's three stalls and you come to the one that's right beside me. You a weirdo. I'm liable to punch you in your shit. You weird. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
If it's three and you know what I mean, it's two of us and then somebody come, all right, that's something different. But you know what I'm saying? You chose to be next. Nah, nigga. Because and a lot of times especially when I was in school, when I was in middle school specifically, it would be, I guess, the girl. I didn't know it at the time, but the girl would like me or some shit, and she would send her gay best friend in there to go look at my meat.
What the heck?
That shit's happened before. No bullshit. And I didn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? I won't. You know what I mean? Like, thinking that the motherfucker was really gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, because I'm not closed minded enough to think that every gay man wants me. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably not a lot of these niggas cup of tea, and I'm good. I'm cool with that. I want it to stay that way. You You feel me? I'm I'm so good. You know what I mean? It's just like, I live with people that was, of that ilk, and they won't, for the most part, they weren't bad people, but it was just certain shit that they be saying. I'm like, bro, you know, you was a nigga, right? I used to hate when I be around gay dudes and I'm on my period. No,
No, you're not.
like son, I really want, I want to snuff the shit out of you right
Like,
now.
no, you're
You know what
not.
I'm saying? And it's not even like I said, it's not no hate shit. It's just like, bro, get the fuck out of here, man.
But and see, I hate when they do that because that's disrespectful to women. Because you think just having a bad attitude means that we're on our cycle, and that's not even remotely even true.
Exactly.
Yo, and yeah, and it's just like, bro, how like y'all claim, and this is like my thing is, it be the same ones that claim they love their mothers. How can you love your mother that way?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you honestly say you have respect for women if you think that all you got to do is, get some grow some titties, get a BBL, make sure get your face and your nose done, and you put on the high pitched voice. Cause I tell you one thing, when them motherfuckers used to go at it and fight, they both was yelling like niggas.
Man, like no
True.
bullshit.
it
True.
Like,
won't know. It won't know. Yes, honey. Or I just feel like it was. Yeah, nigga. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
but man, I miss the old school. Like,
yo, you.
remember like the transvestites? Even
Yeah.
though they had the men who dressed like women, but they dressed like normal women.
Yeah.
Like to the point that you had to like double say like, is that a motherfucker?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They didn't go overboard. You know what I'm saying? They dressed like the average woman. Like it's
Exactly.
like still to this day. Like I was on the bus. When was it? Like earlier last week,
Hmm.
and it was dude was like had to be about 6'2", 6'3". You know what I'm saying? Probably about 160, 170. You know what
Don't
I'm
tell me this
saying?
nigga
Like
had heels on.
he
Please don't
dressed
tell
like
me
a
he had
woman. You know
heels.
what I'm saying? And I don't knock him, but it was cool because he just had like the weave, and he had like a regular something that a regular woman would wear. And
Hmm.
I wanted to be like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for, even though, you know what I'm saying, you doing your thing. Thank you for normalizing this shit like it used to be.
Yeah.
Cause but then it's another dude who be walking around, and you can tell that, you know what I'm saying, I guess he's a trans. I don't know. Do motherfuckers just cross dress anymore, or do this automatic just go to transgender?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a great question actually.
Cause
I,
like back in the days, you had the men who would dress like a woman, but then sometimes they dress like a dude.
Hmm.
mhm.
Do that even exist anymore,
Them
Yeah, I
cross.
don't know.
or is it just transgender?
I think it's just
I think it do.
transgender
I think
now.
that's under like queer or something. I think that would be under the queer. I don't know. I can't. I might be butchering it. I hope I'm not trying to offend nobody. I'm just saying I don't know. If you know, you can put it in the chat or whatever. But
Hmm.
I just I just think it's fundamentally flawed when you just boil people down to their body parts. You boil me down to my organs,
Hmm.
You
and you
got
think
life
that
fucked
makes
up.
you think, yeah, exactly, like you think that makes you a woman because you got tits.
Exactly.
You got a
Cause
vagina, so you're a woman now. Okay.
but peep this too. You rarely you hear you now. I wouldn't say rarely, but it's more uncommon to hear trans men speaking than you would trans women. Because I've seen like some, and I heard some interviews from trans men, and they're like, well, since I made the transition, I ain't realized how hard y'all motherfuckers got it. No pun
Hmm.
intended. But I ain't realized like how hard y'all had it until I made that transition. Now it's like ugh, and it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, the grass ain't green on the other side now,
Oh,
is it?
exactly.
No, like y'all think it is because we the only advantage we have is we can stand up and pee and we can possibly fuck other women. But even then, it's just like sometimes it really don't even be worth it. Because it's like even if your girl forgive you, sometimes if if unless y'all don't have an understanding, then she's not gonna look at you the same. And is it worth it? The change in the way she looks at you, does that
Exactly.
is it worth
Mhm.
it?
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if you got a good one.
And it's one thing if she ain't acting right. And I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying it's one thing if your girl ain't acting right and you like, look, I got girls that really do want me, and I be telling them no because what I mean, I ain't doing shit, but you keep on, and she gonna be mad at you for at first, but when she come out her emotions, she he right.
Yeah.
I know what he do. I know what he does for me. So if he does that for any other woman, I already know that they coming up.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You make yourself irreplaceable
Yeah.
because you know that even if somebody make a mistake, that you know that they truly love you and want nothing but the best for you. And we're human, so we're all weak. And especially for us, and that's why they're like, well, why is it okay for women to have sex with multiple people? And it's like, because to be honest, for the most part, if you have a woman and you treat her right, if you listen to her and talk to her and you fuck her on a consistent basis, please her on a consistent basis, that's part of fucking. You know, you cook for her, or you try to you ease her burden around the house. You take care of her. You know what I'm saying? What does she really want? Where's she going? Women aren't like men, whereas we can see a fine piece of ass and be like, damn, ready to risk it all.
Yeah,
Women on the other hand, because sex for them is emotional.
true. And I think men are more visual.
For
Mhm.
sure. And I told my girlfriend the other day, I said, you know, if a woman will always sleep with a man she respect. And that's where these red pill niggas got it fucked up. I don't give a fuck how much money you make, how much you contribute to the bills, and do all of that, right? If you not make if she doesn't feel validated, if she don't, you know what I'm saying, if she not happy, you fucked. Cause she gonna go find somewhere else to do it, somebody else to do it for.
Mhm.
You mute
Oh, your
your
volume cut
mic, you mute it.
I'm muted.
Oh yeah, no, you good. Yeah,
out.
you had to.
But I love them red talk. I love them red pill niggas. You know why, man? Cause I'm gonna probably be the one of the first niggas in history. But I hold down the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the Tyrones. They hate them niggas with a passion. Like
Yeah.
shit, I live with them niggas. Them my niggas. Them my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm amongst them niggas. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and I be they and all of them be like, "Oh, you gonna get your Pookie and the Ray Ray, nigga? You hating? Get off their penis. Get off
No,
their dicks, man."
but you know what that is, right? It's because them niggas is dead fucking boring. Them niggas
Mhm.
have no personality
Mhm.
Exactly.
whatsoever. They
They
because
think,
they're so focused on get the money, get the money, get the money,
yep,
get the
they
money.
think having money makes up for not having a personality.
Exactly. And they don't want to use that money and that power over them. Well, I got this and I got that. Bitch, you ain't nothing but a
That's why I
trick.
can't. That's why I can't. That's why I be trying to watch mediocre tutorial and reviews because I can't. I really disagree with majority of the shit that he be saying. Like some shit that we be saying is universal man law, so I agree. But I normally watch the nigga just so I could try to him and Black Light podcast with Thon Lexi. Oh, his pretentious
That
ass.
motherfucker.
Oh, he's so
I
fucking
think like
pathetic.
real talk, man. I think he hate black women.
It's like he's like, and then the other dude MTR, he'd be like, you gotta have a little bit of Pookie, a little bit of Ray Ray in you, man. If you don't shut the fuck up, you sound so salty. It's because you don't have no type of sauce. You don't have no swag.
Yeah.
You walk up and act like a little. You act like you walk up when she first meets you. You walk up and meet her like a little mouse. Hi. I know. Don't no woman want that.
No. But see, they see the stuff on TV, and they think that stuff is real. Like them rom coms and stuff. Like that stuff is not real. Oh, let me just stare into your eyes forever. Let me just hold you forever. Let's lay in a bed of flowers. And like that stuff is fantasy. It's not reality.
Yeah, and I'm affectionate towards my girlfriend because she's sexy for one, and you know what I mean. That's who I am. I finally found somebody I can just be completely affectionate with, and I know I be getting on her nerves sometimes, but I don't give a fuck because you're adorable and I'm gonna kiss you because you're mine.
Right. I mean, if that's your love language, if that's your love language, then by all means, you know what I'm saying. Love on, bro. Real nigga shit. Cause don't let another motherfucker, especially another motherfucker who miserable, dictate how you and your old lady, conduct yourselves in your relationship.
For sure.
Fuck 'em, cause you ain't fucking them.
True.
Exactly. I don't like I said, and that's what I be trying to say. Like, bro, well, because I disagree with you, I hate you. I don't understand that. I don't understand your logic on that because just because I disagree with you, like I said, it was one of my I had a roommate, and like I said, I completely disagree with him, and it's just like fundamentally, I think that you're a man. I'm sorry.
Well,
I
nowadays
can
they.
I'll call you a girl. I'll call you she or her. And my thing is with people with this day. I'm
Uh,
like,
yeah, I
you know
don't
what I'm
understand that
saying?
at all. Like
Hey,
they.
I'm like,
them
but
motherfuckers over there. Them motherfuckers over yonder. Them motherfuckers. It's if you're singular, that motherfucker. But if it's plural, them motherfuckers. That's it.
I don't understand it though, because like they and them, at least in the English
but
dictionary,
that's why I
two
want to know
or
how the
people.
English teachers teaching shit now.
It says two or more people is considered they or considered them.
But no, real.
So if it's not, that, then wouldn't it be classified? If you're not a he or a she, you would technically be classified as it. That's how they do in the animal kingdom. If it doesn't have a sex, it's a it. You know what I'm saying?
They don't like that though. They don't like that it.
Yeah,
They
because you
hate
know
that.
why? You know why though? Because people like myself back in the they be like he shit because you ain't know how to describe it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I don't know
Mm.
what the fuck that is. It,
Exactly.
man, take your it ass on somewhere. we ain't, we ain't having that over here, man.
Exactly.
See, I can't have no podcast because they're gonna cancel my ass. I don't give a fuck though. I don't care about your feelings. Like, look, you don't
But see,
care
you know
about
what's
my
funny though?
feelings.
But you know what's funny though? I thought
Mhm.
about this too. How they can't cancel who they don't support. That's why they can't cancel
Exactly,
Dave Chappelle because y'all don't support him anyway.
Exactly.
exactly. What you eat ain't gonna make me shit.
And
Exactly.
see that's why they hated Kevin Samuels because he broke the mold and stopped being all of them simp ass niggas
Mm-hmm.
and pandering ass niggas
Mm-hmm.
like Derek Jackson. This nigga know he swole as shit talking about some. Yeah, it's all about compassion and making sure your woman is fine. If I'ma pay the bills, I'ma make sure. Whole time this nigga fucking bitches.
Man, that was straight cap, bro. That was straight cap. That was that wasn't nothing but man.
They
He
got
called
to
that
be
man
true.
Liz for all the caps he had, man. Call that man Mitchell the Ness, cause he was straight caps, straight cap.
No, that nigga was that. No, he brung snapbacks back.
Exactly. Cap.
'Cause-
I call his ass Steve Rogers. Why? Cap. Captain America. Cap.
Oh, uh,
Cap.
oh my gosh.
That's
ah,
straight cap, bro. Like,
Um,
I mean, you can just tell, like, man, this nigga is not genuine. He is just selling y'all a dream, and y'all are buying it.
mm-hmm,
Jesus Christ.
mm-hmm.
hmm
But
But see,
that's
I guess
but you know what's funny? But that's what's funny about people like the Weeknd, because he was like, it said I sell a bitch a dream.
mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
that's why they love Future. That's why they love these toxic ass niggas. Cause they sitting there, they telling them lies, knowing damn well they not gonna do it,
Mm-hmm.
but it just feel good. It sound nice.
Exactly.
Oh baby, I'm gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, y'all act like y'all ain't never said some shit that y'all ain't mean during sex. That's why I be waiting until after we finish fucking. Now you said some shit. You meant that shit? Why? I'm just making sure because you know what I'm saying. It had been several times I done lied to bitches while I was fucking. Cause bitch, you lying to me.
Mm-mm.
nah, but
Mm-mm.
see, I couldn't do that for real though, man. Like,
Nah, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying. You know how you know what I'm saying. You know how you in the moment. You know you trying to bust. You know what I'm saying. Shit, I love you. I love you too, bitch. You know what I'm saying. No, you don't. You
no,
know what I'm
but
saying. Yeah,
I'm gonna be on.
you lying. She know
Like,
you
no, like
lying.
no bullshit, bro. Like,
She lying.
I could be a little cold hearted nigga. Like they say some shit like that, I might just start laughing for real, for real.
Yo, I remember I kind of was an asshole though. I remember one time it was like, I love you. I was like, me too.
Mm-mm.
Like, no, cause like I'm laughing at him because I know you lying. I'm like, why are you lying, shorty? Stop it. If it feel good, it feel good. But you ain't gotta lie to kick it. God
True.
damn it.
True.
Stop lying.
But and that's the thing that's the thing that it was one girl like, bro, all you had to do was tell me the truth. All you had to do was tell me you was just here for a good time, not a long time. Bet. Say
Right?
less. You know what I'm saying? But then I don't want you to treat me like that. So you want to be a hoe but not get treated like a hoe.
Yeah, they want to be a hoe, but they
Huh?
want the
Yeah,
benefit.
pretty much.
I'm
They
gonna
want
be
the
Pretty
a
much.
hoe
benefit
but treat me
of
like a lady.
girlfriend. They want girlfriend benefits, but they don't want to actually do what it takes to be girlfriend. They just
I remember I told this one chick, man, she was staying in my house, man. I didn't even want to be with her. No, I just was trying to help the bitch out. I felt bad. Trying to be, you know what I mean, a good Samaritan type shit, you know? And I'm like, you know, fuck, damn, I lost what I was about to say.
talking about the girl that was living with you.
Yeah, no, yeah, because she wanted me to do something for her, and I was like, no. Why? I was like, bitch, how you want girlfriend perks, but you ain't even, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even we ain't even fucking. But you want me to do all this shit that I would only do from like my significant other. I'm supposed to buy you chocolate and buy you roses and take you on expensive dinners and shit when you ain't did shit.
Exactly. The only thing I'm gonna buy you is another bye. Bye bye. Fuck out of here. You tripping.
Stripping.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh,
tripping. It's all about that investment. You know what I'm saying? You fucking up the investment. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm investing time, energy, effort, and money into you, what is my return gonna look like?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're doing this now, I can only imagine what this gonna be like in the future.
Mm-hmm.
because it don't get better, it only gets
It's
worse.
worse.
Exactly.
It always gets worse.
Exactly. Like, hey,
If
bro.
if
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
no, I was about to say if you in a relationship with some, if you just start talking to somebody, and you say something to them, you know hold them accountable for something, and they just punch you in the face. Oh, I'm sorry, it'll never happen again. That's a lie.
That's a
It's gonna
bullfix
happen.
lie.
It's
Yeah.
gonna happen again and again and again
Mm-hmm.
because what it's telling them, that person, you don't have respect enough for yourself to not put up with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay as long as I don't die.
Yeah.
I could be limp as fuck. I could be dead. I could be falling on my socket, but as long as I don't die, it's okay.
Like, you can abuse me all you want to. I'm gonna be a masochist, and you can just go ahead and hurt me all you want to. You can take your pain out on me. I
And
don't
that's why
mind.
and that's why it's funny, man, because majority of these people, these women that be wanting these 1% guys, they gonna go out and find a prostitute to fuck them in the ass with a dildo, right?
Mm.
But
Yeah,
It's
pegging is on the rise.
it be the main, but what I'm saying is it be them dudes that you would think, them Fortune 500 Fortune 5 company, Fortune 500 company niggas who run that, the stockbrokers, the people that's in the top 10 to 5% of men.
Mm-hmm.
They getting pegged. They want a woman to stomp on their balls and uh
Oh my gosh, them type of
oh
guys.
my
Yeah.
god, like grate my balls with a cheese grater. Like, oh my, what the fuck?
Like
Yeah.
the men who run the country be the same ones who getting somebody ran up in their ass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Because they so used to being masculine, they want to be feminine. What?
Mm-hmm.
No, them niggas tutti fruities when they young. Like,
Exactly.
Tutti frutti. I ain't heard that one in a while.
Exactly. You gotta throw it back on them sometimes, man.
pause.
You
No
gotta throw
sir.
it back
No,
on them.
no sir.
Oh no, 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 my fault,
No
my fault.
sir.
Pause, pause,
No
pause,
sir.
pause, pause, pause,
No
pause, pause.
sir.
I ain't mean to say it like that.
Hey you.
You gotta throw back. No, you gotta go back in the crate. You gotta go back in the crate. You gotta go back in the
Oh,
crate. You gotta
that's,
throw it back. I mean,
that's
shit.
hilarious.
Pause. You gotta go back in the crate. You gotta go back in the crate.
Stop
God
saying
damn,
that.
they can't even say throwback no more. God damn. Shit. They taking everything. They took
They
the rainbow.
are.
They took gay. God
Yep.
damn.
Yep. They taking everything. You right.
Oh man,
You right.
that's I
Pause, no
told I
homo.
told I told
All
people
that good shit.
a long time ago. The gays is taking over.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking over
Mm-hmm.
because
But see,
when you can make it to the point where fiction is the new reality, fiction is the new fact. So
Mm-hmm.
if you not saying lies, then you not telling the truth. You feel me?
I'm gonna keep it a band with you, bro. And I might get like some hatred for this and some flack, but I'm like, shit. If you want it so bad, take it. But I'm proud. I feel that, and I perceive that once they have it, they ain't gonna be able to maintain it. Because if that's the case, then you should be secure about who you are as a person, who you are with yourself now,
Mm-hmm.
on the opposed of trying to get the world to accept you. Because
Exactly.
at the end of the day, as long as you accept you, why does it matter if anybody else accepts you?
Yo,
Exactly.
it's funny because I had a stream I had a stream one a few years ago, and I said the same thing. I said how why do I have to respect you if you don't respect you? Why do I have to accept you for who you are if you don't accept you for who you are?
Mm-hmm.
You don't accept the fact that you was born a male. So why do I have to accept that you claim that you're a female?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you're saying that my reality doesn't matter, doesn't mean anything, but yours is holy gospel.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? You speaking the gospel, and I'm just speaking blasphemy. At this point, that's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But how can they speak the gospel if the gospel constantly changes?
But that's what I'm saying. Your name don't mean shit if it's constantly getting pissed on.
Mm-hmm. And then what kind of example is that for the future generations? Like, well, if somebody doesn't agree with you, well, then, just hate them. Like,
Or
what
they
kind of,
just hating.
yeah,
Like
like, what kind of example is that for the future generations? Growing up, you used to hear, well, everybody ain't gonna like you, so what? Screw 'em. Still do you, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
but that's what happens, man. When you put your entire identity into having parts, that's gonna make you who you are. Because what happens is it's like revenge. You have this goal, like, okay, I'm gonna kill this person who hurt my family. Okay, what then? What's after that?
True.
Because when you're gonna get your revenge and you're gonna sit in there, you're gonna end up be feeling like that nothing matters. You're gonna feel empty because you achieved your goal. Now what happens now?
True.
It's the reason why in stories of revenge stories in anime and manga, the story don't go too long after they get their revenge. At
True.
least not unless it's a plot twist or whatever. Like Itachi. Itachi's role would have been completely different had he still really been the evil villain.
Yeah,
After Sasuke killed him, what was his motivation going to be?
that's true. You right.
True. Real nigga shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once you get your surgery, what then? Live happily ever after as a woman?
And and and,
And
and,
then my
and
thing
the,
is, as a trans man, don't you still have cycles, or do you like get a hysterectomy or whatever?
They take
that's
hormones. They take that testosterone to stop
But
that.
see, I don't even take you serious because if you a trans man, you should want to get a hysterectomy. Remove these ovaries. I ain't gonna use them. I don't
Yeah.
want them. I'm not a woman. You're not a woman, so why you need ovaries?
True.
Why can't you just take a pill? Nah, go ahead and take them out.
True.
What do you
yeah,
need
true.
those parts for?
Exactly.
Take them out, give them to another woman who needs them, who could get a transplant and have a kid. Who's been waiting.
Yeah.
Give him up.
Yeah.
Don't just take the hormone blockers. Nah, if you want to go that way, go full force. You know what I mean with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
True. You know the Jones that I be finding intriguing though. A trans man will be in a relationship with a trans woman,
Like, fam, that just sounds like hetero. That just sounds like the natural order with extra steps.
but they
Yeah.
just can't have kids now. So that family that they could have possibly had,
It's finito.
bye.
Yeah. I don't understand that myself.
It's just like because they end up being like because they realize that the only people they're gonna end up being with is trans
Mm-hmm.
or people that are of that persuasion. Because I don't give a fuck who you think you are, and they can say all they want to. Shit. It was one time I tried to use that shit. Like, I'm gay. I only date girls. Well, I'm a female. I'm a woman. I'm
Mm.
trans.
Yeah, because they still haven't really defined what a woman is yet. Matt Walsh is killing them right now. That
Right.
motherfucker is killing them,
But
man.
you can shine light on that if you want.
Mhm.
Who?
See,
What a
that's
woman?
another thing about a nigga like me. I want to have a podcast, but I couldn't have a podcast because they gonna kill my ass.
Oh yeah.
They gonna kill my ass.
But see, that's why
God
they
forbid. But
say that now that being the genders are a state of mind instead of saying what it actually is.
bunch of bullshit is what it is.
That's exactly what it is. Like,
A
how can
bunch
you
of
say
malarkey.
it's a state of mind? People's minds change all the time. They may feel like they're the opposite gender today. Tomorrow, they may feel like they're regular gender. Like
Or they want to be a bird?
exactly.
Like that's what I'm
Like,
saying. Like, can I say I'm a helicopter? Am I a
you know what? You
dinosaur
could be a
spectrum because I
helicopter.
say I am?
You could be. All you got to do is just keep on spinning around, and you a helicopter.
And,
You a
and,
helicopter, bro. And can nobody tell you anything wrong? You a
Facts.
helicopter.
And they can't say I'm mentally disabled because I could say that if you're trans, that's a mental disability.
Yeah.
Isn't it called gender dysphoria? Doesn't that
Yeah,
sound like a medical condition?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
Hmm.
Exactly. It is.
I wonder.
and make sure you put on one of those hats with the little propellers on top too. They're really selling.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and get a Tony. No, I'm gonna go and get like a life size model like armor of like like Master Chief armor,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna walk around and be Master Chief.
Hey, yup,
And can't
yup.
nobody tell me I'm not Master Chief.
You Master Chief, Master Chief.
Oh, I should go in, or I could go and get a red coat, you know what I mean, two pistols and a sword and become Dante.
Exactly.
That is
No,
funny.
like real talk, man. I'm gonna get like one of those like one of the transformer costumes that you can like fold down and they turn into the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't human no more. I'm a transformer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Autobot. I'm Bumblebee. So if
Exactly.
you say something I don't like, I'm a bend. I'm a crouch down and I'm a roll out on your ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, man. It's just like, all right,
Like
I just can't take you seriously.
you can't define gender as a state of mind. People's minds change all the time, like
And that's my point. How can they're passing legislation based off emotion? Emotion is as fickle as the fucking wind.
And
hmm
you know what else is a state of mind? Being drunk,
Hmm.
That's true.
You
being
know what else is
high.
a state of mind? You know what else is a state of mind? Balance.
True.
Cause fuck happy. I
Shit.
want to be balanced.
What is balance, bro? That shit don't exist now. It seems like it don't exist nowadays.
Nah.
Hey, it seems like balance is what is that? Like that's hard to find. That shit is like,
And
where is it? I don't know where it is anymore.
and it's
hmm
just
That's
like if it, oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
who?
No, no. I thought you was about to say something.
Oh no, I'm just saying like everybody's so focused on being happy and they fail to realize that being happy is fleeting because you always got to chase the next thing. But if you balance, you good
hmm
because you got that. I don't want to necessarily say perfect, but you got like that nice steadiness,
Let me.
that stability.
I'll give you an example. Balance is your body is the earth, right?
Hmm.
And the sun is your good, and the moon is your darkness.
hmm
You want to have a perfect 12 hours of night, 12 hours of day, because you need that as a constant balance.
Yeah, definitely.
Correct. So, like I said, if
Right.
you put yourself in if you're the Earth, right,
Hmm.
and like I said, the sun is your good, and and the darkness, and and the moon is your darkness. What would happen if it was all dark all the time? Nothing would grow, right? Everything would die,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it would die a slow and painful death. Now, if everything was happy, you would be like Icarus and fly too close to the sun and burn up.
Yeah.
But
True.
if you're balanced, you at the perfect point where you just chilling.
hmm That's true.
If you balanced,
Well, people don't understand that, you have to, everything's not going to be, hunky dory, saying unicorns and rainbows and stuff like 24/7. It's not supposed to be that way. If somebody's happy all the time, there's something wrong there because nobody's happy all the time.
it fucks me up too because I'm bipolar, and there's like, well, if I'm happy, they'd be like, oh, I'm having a manic state. They'll write it off as, oh, you're being manic or you're being impulsive.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? Or making it seem like me being happy is a problem.
That's interesting though. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, so what you're saying that they want you more so on the negative spectrum than on the positive side.
Of course, because you got to think, man. If you as you think is what you become, and is your reality. So if you constantly thinking, man, nothing happened to me, everything always bad, is always coming to me, I can't do
Mm-hmm.
right, nothing good gonna happen. That's
Yeah.
what the fuck is gonna happen.
Yeah.
True.
If you starting to always put, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do better, something gonna come on. It's gonna happen somehow, some way. God will make a way. The universe balances out. Something will happen. Something good's coming. Instead of looking at, well, everything keeps happening to me. Well, look at, why can't you look at it? Well, my baby brother, made it look, me open my eyes to it. He said, well, bro, to be honest with you, yo, life been such a downswing. Your upswing gonna be crazy.
Yeah, because it has to balance out. Because
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
see, the thing is, with balance, what I learned, and I had to learn this the hard way, but it was like I had to learn, and I had to learn that the bad times I got to go through them because I got to grow. Because you can't grow without growing
No,
pains.
no, don't. You're not going through them. You're growing through them. You feel me?
Exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to experience the bad to appreciate the good, and then you got to have the good to recognize the bad.
And that's what, and
Exactly.
that's what, and that goes. That's what I was going back to what I was saying about balance. As far as, if you didn't have what evil couldn't. I mean, good couldn't exist without evil.
Mm-hmm.
You
True.
know, hate couldn't exist without love,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why they say it's a thin line between love and hate. Because most of the
Mm-hmm.
time, people that you hate, you love it to a very extent. A really high regard.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, prime example, like when a woman says, "I hate you," and she really means it, that means that she had to have loved you at some point. Because that love that she had for you, and something happened and it turned it into hate.
Hmm. And then a
But
lot of times, like baby boy, she said, when I really say I hate you, I really mean I love you, and I want you
yeah,
to spend time
yeah,
with me.
Yeah, and that's true too.
and from experience too, when they be like, "Oh, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you so much," you
That's when
push
you hit
that,
the nail on the head.
huh?
See how she laughed. You see
Yeah,
how she
see,
laughed.
that's
That's
how
when you
babies
know.
are made. That's how
Uh-huh,
babies are made.
for sure, for sure.
Now, fuck the stork. You want to know how babies are made? Yeah,
Uh
hate. Hey, you hate a motherfucker. Then
huh.
you have like that one good moment. Next thing you know, Jody, Jody, fix me some goddamn tacos.
Yeah, true, 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 true.
Yeah, cause I mean, because what is love but misplaced hatred, and what is hatred but misguided love? Because they both, you know what I'm saying, different spectrums of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you hate, like, anybody who hates something or hate anything or hate somebody, it's, I guarantee you, it's always something that they love about the thing that they hate or the person that they hate.
Mm-hmm.
It's always they love something. Like, let's say white people might hate black people,
Mm-hmm.
but deep down inside, they love our physiology. They love the
Yep.
way we cook. They love the
Yep.
way we express ourselves. So even
Mm-hmm.
through their hatred, their strong hatred, they still have a strong love and admiration towards some way, somehow.
Yeah.
But
Because
and that's, oh, I'm sorry, we say
I was just gonna say, because if you truly don't care about somebody, you ain't gonna pay them no mind.
exactly. You straight indifference.
Yo,
You
I ain't
hey,
gonna
putting all
wish you
this
no.
time and energy into hating somebody. I mean, that takes dedication.
fam, it's like, yo, if
Exactly.
if you hate me, I want you to hate me. Because if you hate me, that means you're thinking about me. If you're thinking about me, that means I got control over you.
Exactly.
If I got
Exactly.
control over you, I can make you do whatever the fuck I want to do when you make you want to do what you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
And even make you love me again, goddamn it.
and see, and that's what for a personal experience with my biological mother. That's what she tries that shit all the time. And I mean, you can ask people the only people that I really know that what I mean that know my biological mother and my and stuff. I never asked them about them. I don't give a fuck. Somebody asked me, well, she's still in Virginia. I don't know. I don't care. I don't ask nobody. It's not. I don't think about them people unless I'm
Mhm.
reflecting on something and trying to better myself. I don't think on them.
Mhm.
Most of the time, I only bring up shit from my past is to try to help somebody else and like try to teach with it because somebody did that for me. Somebody taught me through their mistakes. And you know what I'm saying? And that person really, shaped me to be the person that I am. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing but respect for that person. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I literally created my family. I feel like a mob boss, low key, because everybody who's around me and my family is people that I chose to be in my family. You know what I'm saying? I appointed them. You in my
Shit,
inner circle.
shit. The blood of the covenant thicker than the water of the womb, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I had no choice in but to come from you. I have a choice to follow whoever, you know what I'm saying, whoever's the best, you know what I mean, example. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I know plenty of them Pookie and Ray Rays. I know them. And there's just certain shit that I'm just not gonna do. I ain't trying to play that shit, bro. Cause I don't put up with bullshit. I don't. If I feel like something is fucked up, dog, I'll separate myself. If I fuck with you, I'll try to reach out. If I try to reach out and you want some nut shit, I'm gonna really have to reevaluate shit because it's like, bro, if I have a problem with you, right? If me and you friends, we've been friends for a while, and me and you have an issue, right? You felt some type of way for me, and you egged everything that you know what I'm saying. Everything when I didn't until I called and literally like you know what I'm saying like to me that's some girl shit. You know what I'm saying? Like if my brother tell me he gonna call me back, and the nigga don't call me back, I know the nigga, you know what I mean, meant to call me back. Something probably happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something came up. I don't take it personal.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But when you constantly rely on everybody else to make you feel good, to lift you up out of your out of your darkness, if you can't lift yourself up, nigga, how in the fuck you gonna fight?
You
True.
can't.
That's true.
How you gonna fight on your back? If your enemy standing up, how you fighting on your back? Your enemy already standing up. They
True.
ain't gotta punch you. They can stomp you,
True.
and that's more damage than a punch. For the
Yeah.
simple fact of it's more force behind that. You on your legs more than you use your arms for more strenuous activity. I mean, because you always lift with your what? Legs.
Mhm.
You don't lift with your back. You don't lift with your arms. You don't lift with your chest. You lift with your legs.
Mhm.
The upper body is only to maintain that stature, to be able to hold and move and maneuver with heavy and cumbersome objects. You feel me?
Right.
That's why women are typically faster than men in running. Especially if she's flat or she got like small to mid-sized titties, you know, typically they faster for the simple fact of their legs are built for that. Now, I mean, like I said, I'm pretty well. I'm probably wrong about that, low key,
Well,
because men we have more potential for math. We have more muscle mass. I mean,
Yeah,
but I would say like I mean prepubescent. If we
I said, or
both,
like naturally fast per se.
yeah, like I just mean like okay, if when you 6 and 7, when you 2 7-year-olds, 1 7-year-old girl, 1 7-year-old boy, typically the girls are faster unless the boys literally go and train and develop their leg muscles and work out with it. But like I said, you 7. Unless you that little weird, unless you that little, what I mean,
Karate Kid type shit.
like no, it was that one picture, that little buff ass little kid. You know what I'm
Yeah, the
saying?
dude like the yeah.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we all know what it, we who we, nobody knows who he is now, but we all know who I'm talking about.
yeah,
Yeah,
The little
They-
kid, he was diesel as hell.
yeah. They said that that's not healthy for a child anyway to be
It's
like.
not because you're making his muscles atrophy before they're supposed to. They
Hmm.
haven't even his muscles haven't even grown yet, and you're already making them tear them. Because that's what you do when you work out and gain muscle. That's why typically they don't want kids and little boys doing too much exercise or too much weight building, because they'll end up creating way more muscle mass than they'll be able to hold, and they end up having problems.
Hmm.
And it's the same way with these fucking people with these bitches with these BBLs. It's the reason why when you get older, your skin starts to sag. It's because it's to help your body stand up to the your spinal cord stand up.
Yeah, because our bodies naturally does what it needs to do to keep us sustained.
true.
Yeah, because we're animals. We're just sentient animals. We're just animals with a soul is all we are. And it's like, why do you think that people who commit so many murders and who kill so many people and do so shit don't have a soul? Because they done ripped it off piece by piece to the point it's nothing there.
They reverted back to the animalistic side.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you can, if you done seen murder, like you really seen murder, what, like I done seen people die. So I'm desensitized to a lot of shit. It's not too much that can rattle me. Cause I know
Right.
what I seen death. I done been at that door so many damn times that I thought it was time for me to walk through. But God said, no, it ain't time yet. Times I tried to force the issue. No, it ain't time yet.
Hmm.
I almost died. I'd say 10 times before I was the age of 10.
Damn.
That's rough.
My grandmother choked me to the point where it took a 600. I mean, no, it took a 6'3", 6'4", 200, 300 pound man to get a little 5'1" woman off of my neck. Because at the time I'm 8, 9. All because I asked for my Game Boy Advance back. I asked for my system back, and you know what I'm saying. You damn near killed me. Like I said, I literally saw my life flashing before my eyes, man. It was only like 2 seconds, because nigga, I just got here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? As a child, I've seen death that many times. Just ducking, just walking down the street. You know what that sound mean? All you hear is a
Yeah.
whistle. That mean, nigga, you would, if you had been 2 inches to the left, you was gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
You know what I'm
And you know
saying?
what's crazy? To us, I mean, to like the rest of the world, it could be like the worst day of their life. But to
Mm,
us, it's just
it's just
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's just
Facts,
Tuesday, man.
nigga.
It's just
See?
Tuesday.
It's just
Like
Mm-mm.
Tuesday,
like no bullshit. I remember I was 6 years old. My mom, we was living in Fairfield, right? And she used to pick up trash in the morning. So it's only me, my mama, and my brother. We the only people outside. 6 o'clock in the morning. Tell me why somebody swung the bin on us, bro.
nigga.
Somebody swung the bin on a woman and her 2 kids. And I went to school the same motherfucking day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But see, that's trauma that we're not allowed to talk about. We're not allowed
Hell
to
nah.
heal
What?
from
Shh.
because
You
and
gotta sweep that shit under the rug and keep it pushing.
because
Yeah.
they'll say, "I want you to be vulnerable. I want you to tell me how you feel." No, you don't. You
Nah.
just want ammunition to use whenever I'm telling you something that you don't want to hear. That's all that shit is. You just want ammo.
And then
Because
they
my
be wondering.
biological is the main one. The moment she find out anything, she'll use that shit up to you at any just for any advantage that she can get.
Oh
Is
yeah. Definitely.
and then they wonder why you like you a flash out and be ready to do everybody in the place, man. Because when you go through stuff, and then not only you don't have anybody to talk to, but you got people who trying to use it against you.
The people who
It's like
you're supposed to be able they're supposed to love your have your back no matter what. Is the main people that's plotting and conspiring against you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand when I really look at the mafia people, when I really look at the mafiosos and really look at their lives and shit, just studying history. Cause see, I love history. I love it. Cause see, I can see shit before it happened. You know why? Cause I know the
exactly,
patterns, my nigga. Nah, you did this shit to me before. So you can only feel me once. You can only get me one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like because and then it's like it's so fucked up because when that's somebody like your parent or whatever, it really fucks you up because you're like, well, damn, if they couldn't love me, what's wrong with me? Can anybody love me?
Mm-hmm.
Am I lovable? You know what I'm saying? And then we gotta go to school and act like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Yep.
Or if you tell the guy that you look up to, I was scared because more stop being a little bitch, man up.
Yeah.
Well, but I said stop being a little bitch. When we punch you, when we treat you like a little bitch,
Yeah.
no, you learn quick, and you ain't gonna be told as a kid not to be too many bitches. Cause it's you gonna either toughen up or you gonna stop going to that person for advice.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, hey yo, I'ma
Yeah, I
holler at
was about
y'all.
to say, you good. I was about to wrap this joint up. It was a good, conversational. Love
Yeah,
having y'all,
It
I
was.
appreciate the
and
opportunity though, man.
yeah, for
I
sure, we could
appreciate it.
definitely do this again, man. We'll try to
Oh,
make a thing out of it. But thank you for everybody who watched. We had up to 3 people in here at one time. I don't care if you laugh at it, whatever. It's more people that possibly got something out of it, and I hope you did get something out of it. If you're watching and you listen to this, like I said again, thank you to my co-hosts. Couldn't have did it without you. People that I can always bounce conversations off of, and that's all that if you don't take anything else from this stream, accountability and self-reflection are the
mm-hmm.
main two things that you need to get through this life.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
true.
did you guys want to say anything? And definitely go follow Slice of Ice on YouTube, her gaming channel.
Yeah, I got a small gaming channel, but yeah, definitely come and follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check you out.
Yeah, I'll be putting out some more videos soon when I, sit down and actually record them.
And if anybody want to say anything to close out the stream, you're more than welcome. Floor is yours.
Sure. If anything, I just tell anybody who listening, just stay golden, man. Just stay golden.
Good callback.
And definitely, just don't try to be too influenced by all this social media. Growing up, you could, the internet was something that wasn't around 24/7. So there was a time when you could turn it off. Just learn how to turn it off.
Yeah, man. Fuck following. Be a leader. God damn it. Fuck anything that tell you to follow it. Fuck it. Anything that's telling you to follow it. Fuck them. Yeah, cause other than that, man, you don't need to be following shit, cause they ain't leading you nowhere good. They ain't leading you
Yeah,
nowhere good, man. Be like, subscribe or just fuck with me. But if they be like, follow me, tell them follow these nuts.
yeah, yeah. Nah, fuck with the kid, man. I mean, like I said, knowledge and power. Knowledge is power, man. So I got plenty of power. You feel me? If you want something too, you know what I mean. I'm sharing it out here, nigga. You know what I mean. I'm Hoggy Romo out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Sage your six pass. I'm giving you the keys.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about you taking them and using them to open those doors that's locked to you in your mind. So expand your mind, expand your mental. Stay focused, stay humble. Watch who you cross on your way to the top. You might meet them on your way down. Uh,
Hmm.
and with that being said, man, it's just been it's been fact or fiction. We're gonna do this again for sure. All right.
All right.
All right, y'all. Peace.